with businessmen, value joints, money off and on the books. The ones who stand for like ain't nothing shook about them. I doubt them cats waiting for me. You know them big dudes across the street. She say, yeah, they from over on Mayfair. Bullets from out of nowhere. Told her stay there, duck down. I hit the ground for managed to pull the piece out. Just was over there with them pointing the sheaf out. They like, ha. One of them brothers was locked with May. Ha. One of them brothers was locked with Bay Bro. Used to call my crib from C74. Rhymes over the phone for hours. He had the jack. Bay Bro told him, you wanna get money, see black when you get. If it's gonna left me head up, he'd explain how his whole crew was slapping honey. Besides all that, she owed them cats a lot of money.
You can play a little bit. That's what I believe. Came down here, see what's going on.
Small time feeling here too. They gon' think you gon' set me up and get away scot-free without some type of injury. Nah, kill it. I'ma flip the script on you. Same thing you did to me, I'ma do it.
Attacking them, I got the national, I do everybody's killing. You know what I mean? Oh. Thank you, Tommy. So, let's see what's going on. It's no baby. I ain't worried about the algorithm this morning. I saw, I'm trying to say, show some things. Need some seconds. Some things to talk about. Some videos. See how the inside out is going. That's just it. Let me take this shot, man. I don't want to see the glass. It's a better view on there. Ain't that the night? There goes Shorty right there, right? Ain't that Shorty right there? Yeah, that's her right there, right? Oh no, that's another man. That's her. Yeah, I saw the. I'm gonna take y'all over here. Saw the video and all that. Shit crazy. I ain't about it. My thoughts about it. Listen, the thing right now, they gotta do. They gotta get tough on some other shit. And what I'm thinking right now is what a lot of the prosecutors are saying and all that and whatnot. I don't know how true that could be. You know what I mean? But we down here, fuck. You should know that much. We down here. But I am anyway. Video wild, man. You know what I'm saying? I heard they put some text or whatever. I will say to the text though, that the company paid for the, I guess somebody paid for the traveling or something like that, and it was based on the company. I don't think that's particularly correct. I think like what you have to do is you have to see that that person went there specifically for that. And then like I'll sleep through it again. Let me go down here a little bit more because people be eavesdropping on you, grab your comments and all that. Listen. I don't think it's that right now. What I think it is something totally different here. I think what you got looking at here is this. I think what Trump's up against is an idea, and this might be funny to y'all, but listen to me. These guys that were guess what? It's strippers, prostitutes, or whatever. These guys have been doing interviews, and they've been doing one of them's been doing particularly a lot of them. And I've seen him now. Well, of course, Cam had him on there. Cam, what up, boy? Cam had him on his show with Mace. Who else had him on the show? DJ Vlad is interviewing him. You know, he getting a couple dollars in his pocket. And why not? What you're ultimately going to see is you're going to see a whole bunch of these jurors and a whole bunch of these other people do the exact same thing. They're going to make money off of it. So I peeped him, and then my fault, y'all. The Mom Wiggins cat, he interviewed the other stripper. I forgot what his name was. But shout out to him. He out in Cali, but he from the town. So I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I think what they're going to ultimately lean into, and I don't know why nobody brings up this idea, I think they're going to lean into the prostitutes. See, this is the point. You can't call Cassie and all them prostitutes because Cassie was his girlfriend for 11 years. You can't call...
She said, yeah, from over on Mayfair, bullets from out of nowhere, so I stay there, duck down.
I gotta go back and take that out later. You can't call Cassie a prostitute because Cassie was with him for years. You can't call Jane Doe a prostitute because she was with him for years. As a matter of fact, he was still paying her bills. You can't call the other girl, what's her name, Mia? You can't call her a prostitute. So only people to lean on to call prostitutes is the fellas, right? If I'm missing something here, if I say something wrong, the only people admitted to prostitution is the strippers, right? Did I miss something here? So if it's only the strippers, right, then we got a little kerfuffle here. And the kerfuffle is this. 9 times out of 10, what you're going to finally see is, you're going to see them try to point all direction over there to them fucking strippers, 13 of them. But the problem they're going to fall into is all these motherfuckers want to do interviews and shit. See, that's the problem. Everybody wants to be fucking famous. It's funny to me. All these bloggers, they talk about superstars and shit like that all the time. Let's take them down, etc., right? And the whole damn time they want to be just like them. The whole time they want to be just like them. Oh, don't listen. I was around famous people 20 going on to 21, all the way up until I was 38 years old, multi-millionaires. I worked at 3 different music distributors. BMG I started out at, Interscope and Atlantic. So trust me, I know money. You understand what I'm saying? And particularly one of the buildings, which was BMG, which Erison was housed at, which Puff had to deal with, that was Clive Davis. You understand what I'm saying? So make no mistake, you know what I mean? I don't come from those suckers. And that's why I keep trying to tell y'all the way y'all think and the way I think is totally different. And if you add the odds up of what I say and then what it happened, don't it happen? None of the stuff these guys try to articulate. Listen, I live in Connecticut. Over-articulating shit is the worst thing you can do around our area. We look at you as a fucking phony. I'm telling you. All the guys I grew up with, they're Italian and Greek, most of them. And I'm trying to tell you what came up with. I won't say grown up with, but came up with. Italian and Greek. And honestly and truthfully, all of them think of it like that. All of them think of it like that. I don't want to talk to this brown nose and fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my point is, you got a lot of guys out here that are overly articulating things that don't need to be overly articulated. And these little function octaves they got. And preferably what happened was, I'm like, anybody that starts with that octave or whatever, you know this something, let me show you something. Go to a court, right? And listen how the judge talk. Then, oh shit, I'm gonna put the green screen on my phone. Go to a court, listen how the judge talk, right? And then listen how the lawyers talk. You'll automatically understand the difference between ease and pressure. I'll say it to you one more time. Go into any courtroom, listen to how the judge reacts and the judge talks, and then listen how the lawyers and everybody else in the courtroom reacts and talks. You'll see a firm difference very quickly on that tilt of power. And ease. Ease is the biggest cannabis of it. A lot of people take it as power. It's really ease. Ease allows you leisure. Ease allows you power. Ease allows you, sometimes unfortunately, presumptuousness that you can be taken. You know what I mean? Think Cleopatra. What you say here? By the way, this call you was 100% right. What's good with you? What's going on, Muvilla? Tyler M, that's what's happening. Nah, man, they was talking about the Tisa Tell shit. So y'all got to tell me in the chat room, man, what were they talking about? Or what she do? What they calling out about? What she lie about? Y'all got to tell me. I need to know. I need to know. For real, y'all think I was fun? I came out, I was like, yo, these niggas ain't donating to me and nothing else. I might as well just come out to the regalia. You know what I'm saying? Rep the brand or whatever. Listen, Puff's a freak. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that or whatever. But I worked for that man for 17 years, G. I ain't anyway. I don't know about everybody else up at the staff. And then another person that I familiar with, I will say that. I don't think it's the right time to say, you know what I mean? But everybody keep mispronouncing her name. Her name is pronounced Vasta. Okay, this way everybody that's pronouncing her name wrong. Her name is pronounced Vasta. And she's a very good woman, and I will definitely say that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think you're gonna get anything but the truth from her. She's a very stand-up woman. So Vasta, she's set to testify. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow or the day after or whatever. This is somebody who was around the office with us. Definitely, she facilitated orders. I don't know on the capacity of what they're talking about with puffing these charges. I don't know about that, but I'm talking about facilitated the business as an endeavors as far as the company's concerned. Which also troubles me too, because there's all these talks. Bad Boy Entertainment wasn't created for strippers, hee-haws. You understand what I'm talking about? Like, Bad Boy Entertainment wasn't created for that. Bad Boy Entertainment wasn't created to facilitate prostitution. Bad Boy Entertainment wasn't created to facilitate. No, what it was created for, and what I'm one person that can speak for, is opportunity. You know, like, listen, man. I got with puffing these dudes back in 2000, going into 2001. I went everywhere you could think of across the country 10 times over. Not 2 times, 10 times over. To Miami, I'll show y'all multiple years back to back in Miami, multiple years back to back in Vegas, Arizona. I show you this shit all the time. This is a proof point. That shit ain't shit, B. So, like I said, I'm the type of fella like this. I'm gonna stand by what I see. And what I was given was an opportunity. And what I see different is everybody that gets online, they talk about, yo, you should go against Puff, yo, fuck Puff, da-da-da-da, right? They ain't offering no opportunities, though. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between you being worth something and you being useless. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of motherfuckers talk, right? Let me give you an example. A lot of motherfuckers talk, and a lot of people, as y'all know, I done had superstars in here and everything else, so there ain't no doubt in mind, people know me. You know what I'm saying? When Usher was touring this recently, I had somebody that opened up one of the acts for him in here. You understand what I'm saying? And so shout out to my homie Tabby. But listen, man, I had opportunity. And a lot of the people that worked with me, they also had opportunity. And the opportunity, at the very least, to travel the country, to go to all these multi-million-dollar parties and clubs and stuff like that. You know how much it costs to get in Fontainebleau? Does anybody in here know how much it costs to get in the Fontainebleau? If you want to get in the Fontainebleau the way we was in Fontainebleau. So you get in the Fontainebleau, but it's the difference between being in there the way Pup was in Fontainebleau and being in there the way you went Fontainebleau. You understand what I'm saying? Most roughly, probably about a $60,000 difference. You feel me? When the Brinks truck pull up. Welcome to in the room, everybody. Hit that like button. Yo, could somebody do me a favor? Diddy, a deviant, but he ain't a human trafficker. I would agree with that. That's why I'm putting out right now, G. Like, Bad Boy Entertainment was created in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Cassie wasn't even around. And it wasn't no other chicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, I ain't even gonna hold you. When we was with them, we with the artists. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why when I show y'all pictures, we on stage with the artists. We moved with the artists. So we were promotion department. So with that being said, we was around, and I got tons of pictures that I show y'all all the time. And none of that shit indicates that. And I don't hide nothing. I just be scrolling. You notice I don't halt nothing. I don't have to be like, no, you can't see that one. No, I just keep scrolling. So my point is, that wasn't the shit that was going on. Now, whatever he was doing to the side, somebody asked me the other day, they was like, yo, ain't you worried about them coming? I said, yeah, I hope they do come ask me some questions, because I can tell them there was shit going on. Like that in the office now, in this motherfucker's private life. All right? That's what we need to send her in on. And his private life, that's something different. And the way I'm looking at it now, I'm like, yo, Pup, you was not just nasty. Like, he was on some old, like, borderline Caligula. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just teetering the line between nails and Greek lore and putting somebody in a coffin full of nails or something like that for sexual pleasure, deviancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just teetering the line right there, the shit he was going on. So I can't defend that. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna defend that. I never defend that. The video with Cassie. Even though I worked with him for 17 years, same thing. I'm not going to sit there and defend Puff on that. Listen, you was kicking that girl like a man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, listen, y'all ain't never really seen nothing until you got to pull a motherfucker off a chick. It's the worst feeling in the world because you can't even be friends with this motherfucker, really. You know what I'm saying? No more. Like, it's the worst. I'm trying to tell you, like, there's people that get into spats, like couples are getting into spats. She'll swing at him, he swing at her, whatever. He'll grab her. All right, that's enough, bitch. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go back in the room, whatever. When I love you, motherfucker. You can't be doing me like that, though. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. That's one thing. Little spats. Everybody gonna have spats, especially if you've been with a motherfucker for a long time, right? But then there's a difference between when you with somebody for that amount of years and nobody know that you kicking her and I can't defend that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I got certain people that just wouldn't understand that shit if I defended that, whether I work for this man or not. So in that passion, and I've always stuck to my gumption on that, yeah, it is wrong. It's very wrong. I don't advocate, I got two sisters, so I don't advocate nobody whooping the chick's ass. But you do get in the spats with chicks. And a lot of times these chicks, they'll call the police on you, use them as their shield. And sometimes trying to use these policemen, and I want to talk about that shit real quick too. Since I'm down here with all these cops, and I be around cops all the time, y'all know that I be at Trump Tower everywhere, fucking World Trade, I be everywhere where they be cops at. Most of the time they be feeling me. Let me tell the police officer something. There's such thing, and I know y'all ain't gonna believe it, but soon you'll find out. Sometimes time has to elapse for you to find out things, and that's okay. It's just a natural progression of learning. There are people out here that are using the police as a shield. They're using the judicial system as a shield. Now, they use this shield for their own little individual whims and whimpers or whatever. And how do I know? Because these very same motherfuckers will pronounce it online. Oh, that's the only thing you gotta look for. Precursor to Cassie found her suit, right? What did everybody announce it? Online. Ain't justifying, but it's understandable. What gives him grace for the abuse? They was both on drugs. That's why I said he was just some drug addicts. This ain't nobody but Whitney and Bobby. I done told y'all motherfuckers before. Listen, motherfucking Puff and Cassie was the new Bobby and Whitney. Y'all remember that? This motherfucker was cooking chicken with cocaine. I can't make it up. He was on his own TV show, Higher Than Giraffe Pussy. Did y'all remember that? His jaw was like this. It was like, God damn, somebody help Bobby. Fix this jaw, shit. You know what I mean? So, I'm saying to you, man, sex, drugs, and rock and roll goes along. And what y'all didn't see was the maturity of the hip-hop industry and what's turned into today. Today, these kids ain't even fucking rappers. They're just like quasi-pop stars, maybe make a couple words rhyme. But it all ties in together. These girls that come from this culture, they're very spoiled. And what they do is they all think they're special. So they're, the princess mentality, I like to call it. Now, some of these chicks, I gotta say it with a better word, and I'm sorry, anybody hears me, some of these women are just plain out whores. I remember a time in this country where you could call a whore. Y'all remember that? Now, I ain't dressing up whores. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like I said, I got two sisters that bust their ass. I'm not equating my sisters to no fucking whores. But there's some girls out here that are whores. And these whores, they get on OnlyFans and do all this nasty shit or whatever, not to be mistaken with the ladies that go to Yale, that go to Columbia, graduate from NYU. And y'all shouldn't even put yourself in the same elk with these chicks. But this is the problem. You get these girls, and they are some of the most mischievous, nastiest women you ever meet in your life. If you just look at some of the comments under some of these posts that you'll see sometimes, you'll see some of the most atrocious shit. But you know one thing you'll always see? You'll hear one of them say, or threaten a man, and say, I call the police on you. Well, my dear, I'm not a fucking criminal. So, even especially if they know you're not a criminal, that's the intention to fuck up your life. So then you get a point where you get people using the judicial system to have their own whims. This has been a practice now probably like 6 or 7 years online, and most people picked up on it, but I don't think the police officers or the judges, they privy to this shit. I'm like, these bitches is out here hustling to get a bag. Listen, I'll give you an example. Cassie got the 20 million from Puff, right? Then she went and sued the motherfucking hotel and got an extra 10 million. You told me a chick walking over $30 million? I thought it was about the principle. You understand what I'm saying? So it'd be a lot of bullshit behind these advocacies and things like that. Yes, there are real women that have, what do you call it there, sexual assault cases or whatever. And on behalf of all y'all, if we catch any of them motherfuckers, don't worry about the police. We take care of it, officer. Do that shit like they did in the movie The Town. You know when they had the mask on at the end, just look the other way. We'll take care of it, officer. Don't worry about it. We'll straighten them all out, like them boys out there in Queens. I always like to pay attention to them. There was a girl out in Queens. She was this is the difference between a real case. There was a girl out in Queens. She was 14 years old and she was with another little boy. Listen to me very well. This guy, he just happened to be an immigrant. He assaulted this little girl, right? So the motherfucker thought he could come back to the neighborhood or whatever. So the local niggas, Dominican, Honduran, and black alike, the local niggas said, oh, no, come here. There you go right there. They grabbed that bitch motherfucker out the store. They tied him up and beat the shit out of him as it should have been. As it should have been. Fuck him. That girl was 14 years old. You understand what I'm saying? Let that sit in your head. The girl was 14 years old, B. Look at her and kill him. I said, the only thing I'm mad at him about, the motherfuckers called the police too quick. You should have whooped his ass for at least another 40 minutes. Don't kill him. Just stomp him out real good. You know what I'm saying? Like that dad that caught that motherfucker trying to sneak into his son's window. He beat the shit out that motherfucker. I said, go ahead, Dad. Swell his ass up. That motherfucker's eye was the size of a golf ball. Fuck him. You gotta say fuck you to people like that. You understand? So make no mistake about it. When I'm on here talking or whatever, I don't advocate no son of a bitch to do stuff like that. I never have, never will. But what I will point out is some lying bitches out here. Excuse my French. They use the judicial system, use the police, because I know niggas that shit didn't happen to. Chick called the police, oh, this nigga here tripping. Or y'all ever heard in the movies, I'm gonna call your probation officer on you. Some shit, I ain't on parole, bitch. I'm not a criminal. But for you to assume that and presume that, this says something about you. And that's the part they don't understand. No, that says, oh, you can reach out to, so you equate everybody like that. You're directing a narrative that I don't have no part in. Bitch, I went to school. Bitch, I worked at a fucking record label for 17 years. And coincidentally, the motherfucker that owned it is on trial right upon me. I'm not like you. You see what I'm saying? My work history ain't fucking Starbucks. Not to say I'm better than anybody, but that's the type of equator of type of chicks I be having talk to me sometimes. I'll be like, oh, what's your work? That's my new question. What's your work history? Because on my resume, it say MTV. On my resume, it say 4 different record companies. That's my resume. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't take it when you get these low budget chicks that be trying to fit themselves in a niche with real women that actually had shit happen to them. It's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. And what I think women should do is start checking the chicks that do that shit. Instead, y'all let them run around with y'all. Listen, ladies, don't mingle yourself with trash. You're going to be looked at as trash. You see a chick doing some thought shit, separate yourself from it. That's what women used to do. Now y'all want to make everybody inclusive. Oh, Julie's beautiful too. No, Julie's 350 and 5'4". She's not beautiful. She's obese. And if y'all really love Julie, y'all take her to the local gym. Y'all don't love Julie like that. You get what I'm saying? So I don't go with that fake phony shit or whatever. The world is still the way it is. And some girls are booing their way into women that really had sexual assault cases, and it disgusts me because none of the women are out here calling it out. Ladies, it's your duty, if you see some chick delivering some spill about a woman getting sexually assaulted just because she thinks it's popular, just because she wants some likes, just because she wants some new followers or whatever, it is your job to check that bitch on sight. Because if you don't, you do a disjustice to real women that actually had something happen to them. You understand what I'm saying here? I'll repeat it for you again. The OnlyFans bitches, the stripper bitches, you got to separate yourself from them hoes. It look like y'all all together. And that ain't a good thing. A Yale graduate or Columbia graduate or NYU graduate shouldn't be side by side with an OnlyFans model with any dime today. Now, if this was 20 years back, your grandmother would have called her a whore. Tell me I'm lying. Anybody, I don't care if you're black, white, polka dot, whatever the fuck. The times were the times. 20, 30 years back, these girls on OnlyFans and shit like that would have been called whores. You selling your vajay for $4.99 a month. And it's worse. At least you could do prostitution discreetly. The pictures, they stay forever. See, that's Puff's goddamn problem right now. That's Puff's fucking problem right now. Pictures and texts and shit. I'm gonna get into this motherfucker shortly, cause you a wild boy. Y'all know I found out this motherfucker was spending some more money yesterday. Another $200,000 towards the whores, but the team was starving. Nah, I'm just playing. We weren't starving, but I'm just saying. You know what I mean? You got fat while everybody else starved. The fuck? $200,000 on hookers and cocaine. I told you this motherfucker was a rock star. Y'all not understanding what I'm saying. Even when he did the All About the Benjamins remix with the rock remix, I'm thinking back on it now. I was like, maybe this nigga was high as fuck in the studio when he thought of that shit. He's probably got high, started listening to some Pantera. He's like, yo, you know why I can make this shit work? And it works. It sounded good. My point is, man, fucking poor Puff. A fucking nymphomaniac and a sex addict. He needs help, don't you know? He needs help. Let me share this real quick. Over there, whatever. I'm just chatting down with y'all real quick, some thoughts. I don't want to talk too much over there with them people because they'll be over there grabbing your thoughts, regurgitating your shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't be fucking with people like that. Y'all give me a second. The chat just went away for some reason. I don't know what the fuck just happened. What the fuck? All right, here we go. Hold on one. Fucking electronics, man. Hold on one second. Give me a second, guys. Y'all be having mad problems. There it go. Now I can see y'all. Yeah, y'all make sure to double tap the screen. What's good? What's going on, Big Willa? Yeah, I can't see. All right, now I can see it. Make America whores again. I like that shit. I hope you still here. He says, make America say whores again. Maybe so, man. Maybe we need to separate the good girls from the bad girls. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's even some bad girls pretending they good girls. That's the real discreet shit right there. I know good girls. It's just going out the clubs with glasses on it. Yeah, how you doing? Get back to the house with them or whatever. I want to fuck your brains out. Remember in Scary Movie 3? Turn around, motherfucker. You're like, oh shit. What happened to the nice demure girl I met 15 minutes ago? You know what I mean? So you got chicks out here pretending they ladies and they really whores. You know what I'm saying? So ladies, y'all got to start detecting these whores. I'm going to help y'all out because I care about y'all. We have to turn down the sanctity of whoreship out here in the streets. And it starts with you, ladies. Y'all got to start calling out these bitches. See, if a man say it, it don't matter. But if women say it, y'all can change the whole movement. You understand what I'm saying? Other thing I would suggest to you, and I know this is going to sound crude as hell, y'all need to start being a little bit more approachable. There's men out here, really, I read this study. There's men out here that ain't had sex in 2 years. I say, God damn. Kevin Hart right there. Damn. You know what I mean? I don't even know what that's like. 2 years? Shit, I'd be ready to fight a motherfucker over 2 years, though, for Jay. That's crazy. I'm saying figuratively, of course, but I'm just saying, God damn, 2 years? Shit, you be walking around like this. Anyway, I'm just joking with y'all. Sup? What's going on, Florida? Byron Floyd, what's going on? Yo, listen, man, let me write my little Cash App thingy in here, whatever, real quick, talk to y'all. I said, let me have a little pregame real quick with y'all. Talk about what's really on my mind. So, yeah, so another $200,000 from this fucker went out to some more whores, basically. So they found out $200,000 was spent by him. And I'm like, you spending money on hookers like crazy. Like, this guy's got a habit. Like, you got a drug habit, you got a hooker habit, you got a hotel habit, you get $30,000 a month. And the squad couldn't get a $10,000 Christmas bonus? We ain't never get no Christmas bonuses from Puff. But Cassie and the hookers did. Even the hookers got incentive. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that make me mad. You listen, the pay rate was them hookers' pay rate. That's all I'm saying, Puff. You out here, yo, Cassie, here, give him an extra $2,000. Give him an extra $2,000 real quick. I know he said he was coming in for $3,000. Give him an extra $2,000, Cassie. I'm like, this nigga wildin'. But he's still family. And until they convict his ass at the extreme for me, that's my version of it, at the extreme for me, I'm gonna be there to see what goes on. Right now, the only thing I got is a domestic abusive drug addict. That's what you got, a domestic abusive drug addict. And there's many of them across the country. Some of y'all listening to me right now grew up with an abusive drug addict daddy or abusive drug addict mama or abusive alcoholic mom or dad. Shit, I know about 4 motherfuckers in Connecticut that grew up with a family like that. And they made it. You know what I'm saying? So, he'll be all right, you know what I mean, if he gets out. If he don't, I mean, he gonna have to do his time like the rest of them. You know? That's what it is. He's gonna have to do his time like the rest of them. But we opened it, you know, we have ultimate means for that. Now, I heard there was another, supposedly an attempt at a filing for mistrial, which I want to talk about that real quick, too. What's going on, a.k.a. Denny Valentino? Hey, what's going on, D'Elva? How you doing? The FBI going to take everything that he owns. You really think that? I hope not. I hope not. You know, he does have kids. He got a 3-year-old. You know what I mean? I hope the FBI don't take everything. Why do y'all always want the extreme, though? Like, that segues me into this. Y'all listen to this real quick, right? Matter of fact, y'all take a walk with me. How about that? Y'all take a walk. I'm going to walk y'all somewhere real quick, all right? Let's do a field trip with that. Let me walk y'all somewhere. Now, as many of y'all know, from the Jonathan Majors case all the way to Trump's, I think, 2 hearings. I know at least the one with Stormy Daniels. I did the most of that one until somebody down here caught themselves on fire. I said, oh, I'm out of here. Yeah, y'all heard me right. Somebody down here set themselves on fire. And listen here, the goddamn, we all right here? Oh, okay, I'll see if somebody was in there. All right. So the guy was down here, set himself on fire or whatever. Listen to this. This is how stupid it was. Now, listen, do what you want to do with your own life or whatever. No, you're not. No, you're not, Chink. Do what you want to do with your own life, right? But goddamn, at least wait for the case to be over. He didn't even wait for the case to be over. Like, I'm talking about like the first week this guy the Trump trial. I was down here. He set himself on fire. I'm like, whoa. Like, out of all the things you could have protested or advocated, you want to do that. You know what I mean? So that's the extreme of people that's showing up here and everything else. Quite different from when I was here 8 months ago or whatever. These wackos you guys showing up now or whatever, they're the same people that come in doing the protests and all that stuff. You understand what I mean? And they're a dangerous crowd. Like when they have Luigi Mangione, I did that one there. One of them I did the same day the Puff was happening in Raymond. And there was these like wild people out there that were protesting for Luigi Mangione and all that or whatever. So I'm gonna take y'all over here real quick and then I'll take y'all back over. All right, so make sure I don't get nobody on here. Hold on one second, I'm just trying to find me an angle real quick. Matter of fact, I hit that wall. That way I ain't catching nobody. I don't want to catch nobody on camera or nothing. So right here, right? Oh yeah, that's perfect. So right here, right? This is where recently you just had Harvey Weinstein's retrial, right? And the odd thing about it is I told y'all to cover this or whatever. I even told y'all, I think it was on last Wednesday, I said this fucker's gonna file for a mistrial. Well, you wanna know what? He got it. Now I wanna emphasize what I mean by that. For anybody talking about me or questioning me or whatever about my former employment at Bad Boy Entertainment and all that. Let's take things into perspective with Harvey Weinstein, okay? These girls weren't Harvey Weinstein's girlfriends. Very different. That's for one. These were women that Harvey Weinstein prowled on. I'm not saying that Diddy didn't have a little prowl in himself, but it wasn't to the extent of this. I think if anything, you could say Diddy was more manipulative, where Harvey Weinstein was actually a predator. Now, there's a video that was circulating. I don't know what happened to that video, but it was on YouTube at one time. And this girl, she had put a phone in her purse. It was a white purse. If you ever see the video, I talked about this before. So she put the phone in her purse, and she was coming on. She was some actress, an upcoming actress or something like that, you know, thirsty, trying to get some gigs. And Harvey Weinstein comes out to the door, got a towel wrapped around him, beard belly out the hair, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, yo, really? So you see him in the camera, but he keeps, you know, subtly walking off from the camera. It's almost like he thinks it might be there, but he's not sure if it's there, but he thinks it might be there. So it was like 2 or 3 videos that were up with Harvey Weinstein on YouTube. And I think subsequently when this trial started, I think the retrial, but I don't know. I think it might have been when he got convicted, because he got convicted in California already. See, even though he got a mistrial here, he still got to do 20 years. I don't know how much that percentage that 20 years, but he still got to do some time. So my point is, he got a mistrial. And I don't have to emphasize how disastrous and insidious and just looking at him is nasty. I mean, out of everything you could say, at least the women could say, well, Judge and Puff versus Harvey Weinstein. I mean, god damn. When he came, listen, that video I saw when Harvey Weinstein, who was this won a mistrial right here in this courtroom behind me, he came in that video and he had a towel wrapped around him. I'm just only insinuating that he was, you know what I mean? And I just, you know what I'm saying? So I know that girl, that poor girl, she was like the same thing. He was pouncing on chicks, and he did this for like decades. If you don't know what Harvey Weinstein was, it was the Weinstein brothers. And they owned a movie distribution company. Now, the other brother, he didn't do anything like that. But Harvey obviously was the one that was the lesser getting women in the bed, you want to say, I don't know. But he ain't had no knack, even though he had money. Harvey Weinstein is one of this nasty, him, Biden's son, who got pardoned by Joe Biden, before Joe Biden left office. I don't know, man. I mean, if you put him on a scale, you just see some things. You're just like, damn, really, is my advocacy in the right place? I'm not saying everybody ain't wrong, and I'm just saying, I don't know, man. For that motherfucker to get, excuse my French, for that motherfucker, Harvey Weinstein to get a mistrial, that's some other shit. And I didn't get the opportunity to come down here, and I didn't cover his case like I covered the other ones, and I should have, kind of. I mean, you know, and I got my own theory for that, too. I still find it kind of odd that Harvey Weinstein's case basically got shrouded by Diddy's case, if you really think about it. I mean, nobody's talking about him in public. Nobody was talking about, you know what I mean, going deep dives on, you know, law and crime. Nobody was doing deep dives on CNN about Harvey Weinstein. Nobody's doing deep dives about the guy from Abercrombie and Fitch. Nobody's doing deep dives. And he's disgusting. He had young boys. Y'all always pointing boys on Puff. That guy actually had little boys. He actually had boys. A guy from Abercrombie and Fitch. He's out there in Long Island, may I add, on house arrest. How the fuck that is, I don't know. He was having auditions for the little boys. 15, 14, 16, you know, like, I mean, say what you want to about Puff. I mean, there ain't been no kids in this trial. This guy from Abercrombie and Fitch was messing with kids' futures. And I think that's what y'all need to more emphasize on. If that went on for the case of 30 years, right? 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, you know how many victims that is? That's how many people you have now introduced to society fucked up. Unable to have a relationship, sexually, romantically, socially, whatever. This is the type of people you get. I'm trying to tell you, this is the emphasis on how they're created for shit like that. What's good, Ryan? What's going on, DL? Top of the morning to you. D-Ray Valentine, what's going on, V? Yo, y'all make sure y'all share this, hit that like button, hit that Cash App too, man. I heard somebody came to me and said the Tisa Tells was lying. They caught a lion. What happened? Is that what they said? My man came in here, he said, yo, they caught a lion in our own chat or something like that. I don't know. So y'all fill me in, man. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. What's going on, though, man? Nah, I figured I was down here already anyway. I was recording. So I said, well, let me slide by real quick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I might as well just pop up real quick, let everybody know. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I'm going to get into some more details as the time goes. I got my second device with me, so I'll be able to read you off what I think is going in the courtroom. Many people ask me why I don't go in the courtroom. Because I knew it was going to be, I won't say I knew it was going to be presented. I know in the, how can I say it? I know in the elk or with the prosecution of any case, they're going to present the most extreme or whatever they have, witnesses, evidence, whatever it may be. As they did here with Harvey Weinstein. That's why I can't remember how this motherfucker got off. He got off, but he didn't get off. Ain't that fucked up? It's like, yo, you beat your trial, but shit, you got to go back to California. Man, he rest in piss. Fuck that motherfucker. Shit. Diddy was out here buying vajay. Harvey Weinstein was out here taking vajay. There's a distinct difference. The guy from Abercrombie and Fitch, he was taking little boys' futures. Nobody cares about little boys getting abused like they care about little girls getting abused. That's the difference. Brian, stop laughing. It's dead serious here. So, you know what I'm saying? I try to throw humor into it, but I'm just trying to emphasize, like, fuck Harvey Weinstein, dog. And none of you guys talked about it. And like I said, I just find it peculiar that him and Puff was on trial at the same time. And literally, the media attention on Puff has eclipsed it so much that y'all didn't even know he had a mistrial on Friday. Like, are y'all serious? So I just say to y'all this, man. If you're gonna pay attention to Puff, and I'm not saying you shouldn't pay attention to Puff, but if you're gonna pay attention to what's going on with Puff and everything like that, then also make sure you do something else. Pay attention to that guy that's out on fucking house arrest out there in Long Island that fucking did all that stuff to those kids over there at Abercrombie and Fitch. And I used to wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I live in Connecticut, all right? Everybody wore Abercrombie and Fitch, Hollister, all that. We had like a whole run with that for like 2 or 3 years. The t-shirts, jeans, everything. So it was like, when I found that out, I was like, damn, you like, and the way he was doing it, he was literally holding auditions so he could, that's some sex trafficking right there. He was having auditions so he could sling those boys out to, like, it's just gross, dog. I don't like motherfuckers like that. I think like, shit, I don't want to say that. I was going to say, I think the police sometimes better drop them motherfuckers off in the worst neighborhood and be like, this is what he did, y'all. I'm dead ass serious. Just drop them off. Be like, yo, this is what he did. Trust me, ain't nobody over there gonna tell on you. For real. That's what they keep a secret to. I don't like motherfuckers like that. You take girls and shit like, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. So, excuse my cussing and everything. I don't know. That just still a thing with me. When you fuck with kids and shit like that, like I talk about it all the time. Like, I think that's the worst of worst motherfucker. Fuck somebody sitting on the corner selling some crack. I don't like that shit. So, like I said, when you put emphasis into these stories, make sure you make everybody inclusive. That also means Harvey Weinstein. You guys, a lot of you African American that put so much full steam attention and it's including the major media. Y'all advocate, and I see listen, I worked in a record company for 17 years. I know advertising, right? Very well. So I see now that all the major outlets like Law and Crime, who else? Nancy Grace, and there's like 5 or 6 other different like major media guys. They're now like linking with bloggers, right? And every time they link with one of these bloggers, it happens to specifically be a female blogger. And of course she's gonna give the worst of the worst because she's got a presumption. Now I'm not saying these ladies shouldn't. You kicking a chick in a hotel room, I don't give a fuck about worked for you before or not. There's no way for me to defend that. He was kicking that chick like a man. Like literally, like a man. Like I know, listen, I know fellas that get into fights or whatever, and they'll kick each other like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I can imagine doing that to a chick. She a little bitty thing too. So she ain't up like 5'6" or some shit like that. She's small. So, you know, like, I don't know, man. I don't even like talking about that shit too much, but because it bothers me. But I can't defend that. I can't defend the other thing too with the, oh God, he was wiping shit on his chest or something. I was like, what, anybody know how to categorize that? Like, I know how to categorize a lot of things. Like, there was the one thing about having a fetish towards urine. There's actually a definition for that. Did you know that? There's like a sexual fetish definition for that. So, you know, he's got that protection, I guess. I don't give a fuck if I used to work for him. It's fucking funny. That's gross, man. I don't give a shit what you say. Like, there's some sexual fetishes out. Let me get it straight here. There's some sexual fetishes out there that should never be tried. That's why in some cases they're illegal. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't want to go have a sex with a donkey or some shit like that just because you can. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't want to, boo-boo on somebody just because you can go to Dubai and get $50,000. Ladies. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, anyway, I heard about that nasty shit. There's been like 7 articles about that now. I said, okay, we can take that as being the truth because one girl gave testimony. She said, yeah, I actually went there and had it done. Let me tell you all about it. I'm like, nah, that's all right. Change the channel. I don't want to hear that disgusting crap. But anyway, there's a lot of stuff that goes on equally when it goes to the girls selling themselves. I get that part in the aspect, like the OnlyFans thing and all that stuff or whatever, but I think that's totally separate from what we're talking about here. Puff was a sexual deviant. Ain't make no mistake about it. All right? He like them boys over there. That's what they said. Long dick style. Who said that? What was that comedian who used to say that? Long dicks, that Tyrone. I can't believe I'm talking about this. I swear to God. Like in all the years, I never thought this would be the end conversation I'm having about a motherfucker that I work for. Well, yeah, you know my ex-boss, he like the long dick style. Oh, fuck. Y'all laughing in the chat. I'm dead serious. Could you imagine that? Like, y'all don't know the pain I'm feeling. This the stories, man, I heard from reading the transcripts from the court and from the stenographer and shit. I'm just like, damn, Puff, really? He was doing some nasty shit, bro. Some nasty shit. No. But that ain't against the law. NYC involved. You one of them deleted themselves at the Dubai job. What up? What's up, family? Yeah, one of them deleted them. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm glad you said that. I didn't read what you said. Yeah, I read it. Yeah, thank you for deleting it too, because you know how YouTube, they'll pick that shit up and try to flag you for it. Yeah, I heard about that, man. I heard this girl, she committed suicide or something like that, and I'm like, damn, really? Yeah, it's crazy, man. The sex, like, that's what I said. Like, if we're gonna have these conversations, like, listen, ladies, I'm all up with having a conversation about y'all getting attacked or whatever. Y'all got me 110%. Matter of fact, like I said, if I ever see one of y'all getting sexually attacked or whatever, don't worry about calling the police. Call that motherfucker ambulance. You understand what I'm saying? Because he probably something gonna happen to him. But my point is, I got two sisters, dog. You're not gonna do that in front of me. My point is, it's like, if I can stop it anyway, if not, I'll just go pick something up to stop it. Yeah, pick that up. Now, I understand when you girls, honestly and truthfully, things happen to you. And if you're harboring it, if you brought it to law enforcement or whatever, but there's a couple things that need to change. Number one, you girls gotta start talking about this shit 5 months after it happened, at the tops. Not 20 years, 15 years, 30 years, not all that. Y'all gotta start talking about this shit when it happened. Because what happens is, you have to go through this long, drawn-out process, like reliving it, testifying. I don't know if there was any testifying going on in Harvey Weinstein's case here. I got to do a little bit more in depth on it. But I am definitely going to do a recap of that, because I want to talk about not only his mistrial, but I want to talk about the fact that how the hell he reached a mistrial, which is really going to fuck y'all up. Like, technicalities happen all the time, but this shit, it was like, you're telling me because of a previous rumor that they had about Harvey Weinstein, that's substantial enough to earn him a mistrial? Harvey Weinstein, a sexual assaulter that most people, I don't know, will still demolish. Sometimes just because of pure simple fact, I hate to say it like this, because he's white. You know what I mean? And I really think that is a factor. There's no way in hell you're going to tell me a man that's put out movies for Quentin Tarantino and numerous other high-end fucking directors that there's not any media attention. Y'all don't find that this a little bit funny and all the media attention was on Puff? But y'all didn't even know this case was going on. And I told y'all a week and a half ago, I said, yo, you know they retrying Harvey Weinstein right now, right? You know they retrying Harvey Weinstein right now. And nobody cared. Now you got him. You got this guy out in Long Island, used to be part of Abercrombie & Fitch. He was holding D auditions. Then you got these four brothers that were also arrested, I think, down in Florida, but they was here in New York, and that's where they did the crimes here, there, right? And the same thing. So you got to think about it. How you doing? You got to think about it like this. One way or another, there's something funny going on here to the point where these two fuckers got their trial at the same time, and Puff saturating the media, but Harvey Weinstein is not even a mother. You don't find that kind of odd? And the fucker gets a mistrial. The fucker got a mistrial. This nasty motherfucker, even though he got to go back to California, still do 20 years. At this rate, he gonna have to die, come back, and still do time. They try to do that shit. So fuck Harvey Weinstein. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, first of all, but I want to pay attention. I want to put attention on Black and Latin America, especially you ladies. Y'all can't just be specific with motherfuckers you hate. All sexual assaulters are pieces of scum. All of them. And y'all got to cement that in your head. It ain't got nothing to do with race, because a lot of y'all calculatively just pointing at Puff, and that was what made the momentum. The niggas start talking about, like, I'm gonna break it down like normally. The niggas start talking about the shit or motherfucking online, right? So now the major media is going, they say like the Nancy Graces and all them, oh, this is what the niggas talking about. So y'all blowing these niggas up and putting money in their pocket and getting them advertising dollars, and y'all getting the crumbs and nickels of the shit. Crumbs and nickels, rags and tatters. And I know because my page is monetized. So what I'm saying, if you just take 1 second sometimes and just think about, okay, that's great. We all think Puff is guilty to some degree or another, but who the fuck else is guilty? And that's what's up. You understand? Who else is guilty? What other men are out here that are famous that don't happen to be black? Because once again, I'll run into you if you don't get it. In this very same courtroom behind me, Harvey Weinstein won a mistrial on Friday. But nobody knew it because Puff's trial is superseding it. Now, Black America, y'all have a problem with that? All y'all proud FBA folks that always come in my chat room? Y'all ain't got a problem with that? Where the FBA men at? With your good morality having asses. Come on up in here and talk to me. Nah, ain't nobody got an answer for that? Damn. Had it been a snake, it would have bit you. It stuck right up under your nose. Stuck right up under your nose. Y'all, how many of y'all in my chat room knew that Harvey Weinstein got convicted on Friday? Tell me. How many of y'all? Come on, it's 150 of y'all in here. How many of y'all knew that Harvey Weinstein was convicted on Friday? Excuse me. You did? Drake Rayton said he did. All right, Drake Rap. I'm sorry for pronouncing your name. Thank you, man. At least somebody did. But you see the bulk of everybody in here based on the demographics, they didn't. See what I'm saying? That's a problem. All sexual assaulters are motherfucking a problem, ladies. Cement it in your head. All sexual assaulters are problems. I don't care if they Chinese, black, polka dot, freaking Asian, white, Latino. If you messing with girls that are underage or taking vajay, when you can go out here like the rest of us and buy you a nice little, you know what I'm saying, eating for a little $60. You know, you got a little $60 on you. You may not have even $60, you know what I'm saying? $50, you know what I'm saying? I show up, be like, oh, I got $60. Catch a motherfucker around about the 19th, be like, I got like $60 with me. What you want to do? You didn't know? Nancy Montgomery said she didn't know. Ryan Clifton said, I didn't know. That's some bullshit. Yep, all of them. Hey, NYC involved. See what I'm saying? All of them. You have to point them out, and that's what I'm saying. The ladies online, they're even being used in a certain extent where they're strategically pointing out Puff, but they're not pointing out Harvey Weinstein. They're not pointing out the guy from Abercrombie & Fitch. They're not pointing out, I'm talking about superseding in the media, where you have columnists and people that have opinions and opinion pieces and stuff like that, multitudes of them. You didn't have that in this instance. So for me, I'm saying, ladies, you kind of took a loss on this one because one of the guys that's your arch enemy and the whole diatribe, I guess you would say, of sexual assaults and everything like that, he went scot-free. I mean, the motherfucker still got to do 20 years, so fuck him. But you get what I'm saying. At this rate, he gets convicted again. This motherfucker's got to die and then come back and do time. Oh, shit. So fuck Harvey Weinstein. How about that? I just want to be on record so I can show my kids one day. I said fuck Harvey Weinstein. Excuse me, man. So I don't know where to go with this stuff that you guys have got going on. Either you have an advocacy and you uniformly and unilaterally are against all sexual assaulters, or either two, you're specifically only for black male sexual assaulters. Make it known. I need to know some questions. What's going on, Amada? How you doing, man? We down here, man. I'm at the other court. As I said, let me start right here for the day get done, going with Puff and everything like that. So I want to go right here and just talk about Harvey because I was going to do the piece the other day. And I said, yo, I got updated because at first I heard, it was on a Thursday, I heard he filed for a mistrial. Remember I told y'all that? And then I heard on Friday he actually got the mistrial. I said, they gave Harvey Weinstein the mistrial? No. I should have ripped that video. I was trying to tell y'all, since there's more of y'all in here, there was a video that was on YouTube for the longest. It was probably there for 2 years with Harvey Weinstein in it. It was this young girl that was an actress. She couldn't have been no more than like 28, 29. And she had a white purse. If you ever see this video, it's a white purse on the table. That's how you'll know that's that video. So it's this big white purse she puts on the table when she walks into the hotel room. This is at a small hotel room too. So even if she wanted to move away from him, it's not like a suite or something. So it was like some Super 8 type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, even if I say the Super 8 was bigger than that. This was like the Snooty Fox Inn type shape shit. The Snooty Fox. Does that really exist, the Snooty Fox? I don't know. Anyway, this shit was small. So when you walked in the room, automatically the bathroom was right there. Harvey Weinstein walked his big burly ass out there with a towel wrapped around him. He said, "Oh, baby, don't you want all this love?" She said, "Oh, shit, Harvey, I got you, though. Let me record this motherfucker." And she did. And good thing she did. And I think they ripped it off because the case in which that happened was in California. You understand what I'm saying? So he got convicted in California. So they may have used that video as evidence or whatever. And it was actually somebody that ripped it, I think, because I don't know how people were getting these like police videos and stuff like that, like dash cam videos. I don't know if they got a file for them or whatever the case may be. But I'm going to find that out. Anyway, long story short, they had got it from there and then they ripped it and put it up. I don't even think it's that. You know what I think it is? I think it's just a technicality. What happened was, with Harvey Weinstein, I'm paraphrasing a little bit here, but there was something mentioned in one of his previous trials, right? And it said it wasn't supposed to be allowed or admissible because it fell into what I was trying to tell you I was going on with Puff. Rule 404, Rule 404B, Rule 412. I told y'all that from day one. Those are going to be the 3 markers that they use. And no, I even read off the statutes to everybody. Those, and let me put this clear. That long ass stature, yo, Jesus Christ, that freaking one stature, and then it's like 3-4 different articles, Article A, C, B, you know what I mean, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm just reading this shit up. I'm like, does this shit ever stop? And then you're going to Rule 404B. But basically, what they do is they give the premise of someone by reputation, right? So they're saying there's a chance to believe because of prior behavior that you had. And sometimes you're right with that shit. I mean, if a motherfucker steal from you 3 or 4 times, they probably gonna steal from you 5 or 6 times. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got cousin like that. Somebody they know. You know what I mean? Like, that's cousin Jimmy. Don't bring that motherfucker over here. Your grandma said that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring Jimmy over here. Jimmy gotta stand outside. He be stealing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So. Oh, don't y'all pretend with me. Every family's got somebody that's fucked up. I don't give a fuck. I live in Connecticut. I live in this fucking, well, I ain't rural where I live at, really. It's a city. But, like, it's shoreline people. You know what I'm saying? I have friends of mine that have parents that were alcoholics. I have friends of mine that parents was fucking going into foreclosure and shit and hid it from folks. I have friends like that. You know what I'm saying? It's from their drug use. It's from being alcoholics. It's from being this, even sometimes the women being abused. You understand what I'm saying? So, make no mistake about it. I ain't no motherfucker to sit up here. I'm far from that. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, not by experience, it's by what I've seen. You know, and that's what I go by. Everyone got that perverted family member. Listen, my uncle like that. My great uncle's like that. Y'all seen him on camera before. This motherfucker will sit up, but he don't mean nothing by it. You know, like, what he gonna do? Get his old ass up and run after? You know what I'm saying? He won't say no atrocious shit. But he'll say some shit like, damn, girl, them legs on you, man. I bet you know what I'm saying? He say, old man shit, he's 78. What the fuck he gonna do? He's 78 with a pacemaker. I be looking at pussy too. Shit, man, to live this life. You know what I'm saying? In your elder years, you should be able to stare at any vajay you want to stare at, as long as you don't have no intention on insulting nobody. That's the key. That's the key, as long as you ain't assaulting a motherfucker. Now, she wants you, she wants you. Ron said, right? Man, I'm trying to tell you. And nowadays, you ain't even got to worry about it. Like a lot of chicks will let you know if they want you. And if she don't want you, do like the rest of them. Don't go out there and get that little $60 together. Get that $60 together. You'd be surprised. You might not, you ain't gonna get a 10 with $60, but you might get like a strong 5. And listen, that court case gonna cost more, motherfucker. That lawyer gonna cost more. Get out here. That's for all you young fellas too, man. Stop getting out here, motherfucking, you know, thinking that you can do shit like that. Because I hear a lot of shit in the music. I'm a musician. I hear a lot of shit in the music, all genres. You know what I'm saying? Got violence against women in their music. All genres nowadays. I don't give a fuck what nobody say or derogatory shit. So let's not pretend. That's why I don't like to pretend this shit. That's not for me. Now, I'm gonna go back go back over here in a little bit. I'm gonna charge up my phone or whatever. What's going on? Hey, Dot. All right, all y'all getting in here now. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit that like button, man. That's what's getting me out. You got 120 in here. That's this light right now. How come when I go live at 4 o'clock in the morning, it'd be like 400 motherfuckers in here? Right? It's like the other night I went live at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm just shooting shit. And it was like 400 motherfuckers in here. Now, your cheap bastards didn't donate, but, you know, that's another story. But, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see the cash up there, man. Y'all see what I do, man. Somebody donated yesterday, so I said, well, listen, I got to go and record. Like y'all know, I'm in the process of recording a new album and shit. So, yeah. You know what I mean? We broke out. We broke Unc. What'd he say? I'm not your motherfucking Unc. I got a nephew and a niece. I'm not your Unc. I'm not old enough to be your Unc. Nigga, do I look 60 years fucking old? That's an Unc. See, let me tell you what really happened with you. I tell you boys this a lot of times. When we was going to school, right? I'm in my 40s. When we was going to school, they had an epidemic of people like your mom. All right? Now, I know this is going to hurt, but listen to me very closely. Your mama had you probably when she was 13, 14, 15 years old. She was a teen mother. And you find a hard time trying to explain why your mama is a grandmama at 34 years old. And anybody that dates your mama, they're instantaneously a grandfather at 34 years old, if that's her dating range. You understand what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't you get up here and this is where you motherfucking bastard babies getting it fucked up. I'm not your motherfucking uncle, nigga. Your mama was a teen mother. All right? All right. Yeah, I don't do that unk shit. I got a niece and a nephew. They call me uncle, not unk. I ain't your motherfucking unk. Go find your daddy and tell your mama to get a boyfriend so you can have a stepdaddy. That's what you need. You need a man around you. I definitely support a new project. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. Listen, this is my first project fully singing, so I'm trying to tune everything. I'm a rapper, you know, but. You got to fade out with it. You got to start doing R&B. R&B is something I can perform for a very long time, get residuals off of it, whatever. Subsequently, with doing the vlogging thing, that really did a lot for me. I mean, especially when I started out, I did the Jonathan Majors trial, did the Trump trial, was a shit show down here. This guy set himself on fire down here. That was crazy. And now I'm doing this Diddy thing or whatever, and I just want to come over here and say a couple words about this whole thing with Harvey Weinstein. I thought it needed to be addressed and talked about. And from the condolences of my whole family and everybody that I know, fuck Harvey Weinstein. Talk to him, you know, says, yeah, man, I don't know where y'all get all that shit. Like, first of all, I have a problem with that whole, what is it called, the YN shit? I don't like that shit. I think that shit, like, exfoliates violence, in my opinion. I think anybody's using that term or whatever, it has a directive in a certain type of, like, I don't know. All right, let me give you an example. Where I live at in Connecticut is real peaceful. Like, I can't even explain it to you. Even when I was growing up, it was peaceful. Like, everybody's like chill for the most part. Now, we have shit that happens, but we don't have people to run around per se and like just look for shit to get into. That terminology, I think personally, being introduced into hip hop and media or whatever, it's a degradation. This is another one. Because what it does is it gives people this incentive that they got to prove something. You understand what I'm saying? And then when somebody gets challenged, and within that dynamic, that's where the violence exuberates itself. That's where the violence comes out, because now they're challenging each other because they're like, okay, I'm the top wire. No, I'm the top wire. So that's why the terminology is very dangerous. The terminology of, oh, that's dangerous. You're proceeding, you're saying, okay, a younger man should be somebody's grandfather or uncle. No. Your mama was a teen mama. All right? They had a show that used to come on in syndication, and it stayed on for the first couple seasons. It was called 16 and Pregnant. Y'all remember it? 16 and Pregnant. There wasn't never a nigga on that show ever. Everybody that was on that show was white. You see what I'm saying? So it go through everybody. You understand what I'm saying? That's my point. It didn't skip nobody. A lot of times we like to pretend like, you know what I mean? You might as well say, oh, well, COVID didn't touch my race. COVID didn't touch my gender. Doesn't that sound stupid? You understand what I'm saying? We have to be noteworthy of what we're talking about when we say it, and place all, how can I say it? Place all fucking variables that might be in the answer. Some people, they'll base an answer nowadays because the way people think on that one side of the opinion. Your opinion is not fact. Your opinion is just your opinion and how you see the world thus far based on your experiences. And we use that nowadays as fortitude for people to use for gossiping. And I think that's what major media is making a mistake. y'all got to watch yourself when y'all interviewing those bloggers down at the courthouse here. All right, and I want a lot of people that know me from the time that I did the Jonathan Majors trial where I met most of you guys or whatever. A lot of y'all know my face. Y'all see me in a little bit here. Listen to me very carefully. When you're pulling people, a lot of these guys, y'all give me 1 second here. You got it? All right. A lot of these guys that y'all are interviewing on major media, these bloggers, they have long histories. Some of their histories are inclusive of a lot of fucking lying, all right? Now, I'm going to explain to you why I said they're liars. Because somebody said, well, how do you know that's, what was it, the Tisa Tells girl? And now yesterday, everybody's in the chat room. She's lying. I mean, this is our own people. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between lying and exaggerating and adding a little sauce. I can live with adding a little sauce. This is adding a little sauce. Okay, you went to Jersey for the weekend, right? And you went to a club down there. The club was slamming, right? But the club was little with shit and there really wasn't nobody in there. This is how you come back and tell the story. Yeah, man, we was down there, son. We had broads everywhere. Yo, there was chicks everywhere. Yo, the club was filled out. There was more chicks than guys. That's how the guys are going to tell the story because you don't want to make your story look fucked up to the rest of the fellas. That's how that go, right? You get me? Are you following me here? Okay, cool. So, you stupid, man. What did you say? That's how, am I lying? Y'all laughing, but am I lying? Sit for you. Thank you, NYC Involved. Thank you for that cash app, man. We gonna be out here all day. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I think I'm better when I'm outside, right? I don't like being in my little makeshift studio there. And y'all gotta help me build up too, because I need some pieces. Like my ring light is broke. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I put the phone, my phone is very heavy. I got the S24. So it's a real heavy phone when you put the case on it, right? And even if you see the case, so I wish I could show it to you right now, you understand what I'm talking about. I put it on my what's the name, and it literally bent it. It was bending the plastic slowly and slowly and slowly. I didn't realize it. So I put the phone on there one day and the whole thing just went plop. I was like, oh shit, good thing I had the case on it. My phone probably would have been cracked up because the way it fell and kind of like bounced, you know what I mean? So make sure y'all hit up the cash app. I need a new ring light. I've got lights now. I got a hydrogen light, so I'm good. Like I got this one hydrogen light that's got like, I think it's something like close to 120 lumens or something like that I picked up for like $30. I was buying these other lights and they're never like bright enough. This is like a camping light, so it's like bright. Like when I say bright, it'll damn near blind you. But I need that and a couple other things. So for my long-term subscribers, this is not for the new subscribers, anything like that. Make sure you donate to the Cash App up there on the screen, support that. And if somebody could, write it in the chat room, so then that way I can pen it for me. All right, I appreciate you guys. If you're just now tuning in, once again, I came down here and said a piece about Harvey Weinstein. I thought it was pertinent to do so because of the pure simple fact that Harvey Weinstein, that piece of shit motherfucker, got a mistrial on Friday. Now, never alone the fact he got to still do 20 years. You understand what I'm saying? And may he do him well. But at the same time, the point I'm trying to figure out is why did this case almost get shrouded and Puff almost intensified even more. And so, I mean, literally half of the people in my chat didn't even know Harvey Weinstein was on trial. And I think I told y'all the first time 2 months ago. And then I came down 2 times, but one time I missed the court date, so I just did a summary after. And then there was a second time I came, and that was it, I think. That was it. I didn't really get into it because I didn't get the response from it. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like, well, this ain't one of them for me to do really like that because I go by responses. If y'all's response is light on something, I'm not going to keep it unless I feel it. You know what I mean? And I see that supported. It wasn't supported the same way as the Diddy material. So I was like, well, I ain't going to do that. But I definitely want to come over here and talk about it. Not just because a lot of women be like, you're such a jerk. If you listen to me, I'm like I'm a brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a brother. Like I have siblings. So, you know, that's the way I would talk. Sometimes you got to talk to women rough. Like, look, bitch, you know you fucking up. That's what you got to say if your sister's on OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Like, let me move over here for a second, guys. So say if your sister, I got to move over here, guys, again. What's the name? Say if your sister's on OnlyFans. You got to look at your sister and be like, hey, sis, I love you, but you fucking up. You know what I mean? You got to say it like that. If you don't say that to women, sometimes they won't listen to you. Even though beneath it all, with the girls on OnlyFans and everything like that, women still don't like to be shamed. I can guarantee you, women don't like to be shamed. And even though they won't show it directly, they have a way of showing it. So make no mistake about it, man. Women don't like to be shamed. So if you watch some of the podcasts that you have with some of these guys, and they'll talk to the OnlyFans models like Fresh and Fit. By the way, I'm on Myron's channel, so make sure y'all go check that video out. We're at 410,000. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to Myron Gaines. I'm gonna try to run into Myron while I'm down here today. I'm pretty sure he's outside. But the girls that he interviews on that show, you know, it's usually the same dynamic. Let me move out here, guys, because that thing is loud. The girls that he interviews on his show, it's usually the same dynamic. Now, I'm talking about the Fresh and Fit show. I'm not talking about what's going on, the old gal. I'm talking about the Fresh and Fit show. We down here at the other courtroom. I wanted to come down here real quick. I had to move away because the guy's got a lawnmower. I wanted to come down here and I just talked about Harvey Weinstein or whatever. I'm going to get into particulars of it because it's probably going to take me about 2.5 hours to do it. But he was in this courtroom right here, and I've been in this courtroom before. Of course, y'all seen me in here with most notably Jonathan Majors about almost 2 years ago. It's hard to believe that was almost 2 years ago. But I covered that whole case for a week. I think, no, 2 weeks and a day. They had only one Thursday off, and I think I missed one day, which was a Wednesday or something like that. I think it was raining or something like that. It was fucked up outside. That's why I didn't go, because it was during the wintertime. This whole entire trial lasted during the wintertime. Like, they were done with it in January, if that gives you any indication. So, yeah, man, it was crazy. He didn't have any support either. They kind of like castrated him like they're doing Puff, you know? So it was kind of crazy, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, what's going on? Top of the morning to y'all guys. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. We're going to go back over here with Puff. I'm going to be reading you guys some of the transcripts that are happening. Well, at least the people that are in the courtroom. They have obliged us enough to give us some type of, you know, emphasis on what's going on and everything like that when it comes to what's being proceeded in the courtroom. So hopefully I'll be able to translate a little bit for you. I don't know how much I'll be able to translate for you because a lot of it's paraphrased. So if you don't get what I'm saying, somebody will be writing and like they're trying to match the tone of the person that's speaking at the same time, but they're only writing. They're not allowed a typing tool or nothing like that. From my end, I don't know. But I think one particular dude that I know that's up in there, he actually is allowed to have his phone with him, I think. I'm not sure. And that's how he's allowed to do that. You know what I mean? Now, I know Tisa Tell, she must not be able to, because if she was, then she would be doing the same thing, right? So I think that's a privilege that some people in there got or whatever, that some people don't have. I think this guy, he's like me. He's been doing this for so long with these like court reporting and stuff like that. I think he's just got a privilege of being able to be in there and act as a stenographer live on the scene, you know, which you got to appreciate that. So give me a second. Matter of fact, as I'm talking to y'all, I'm going to open my other device. Guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, support the channel. We need some new things. You know, with all these followers, I got tens of thousands of followers. I should have like $400, $500. Like, one week I should just have like flooded with my Cash App. Like, the other night I had 400 people in here. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Who was here? I know the old gal was here. But there was like so many people that were interacting and everything. I was like, okay, well, interact with the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not trying to put nobody under pressure, but we do appreciate it. As you see, I travel a lot. So I'm traveling down here from Connecticut. For you guys that do know, you know it ain't cheap for me. You know what I'm saying? So my ticket's about $16 one way. So one way, so both ways, that's about $32 if you get it. So you do that 3 or 4 times during the week, it adds up. Now, y'all heard everybody else's stories, right? About how they spending money. I'm spending money too. You know what I mean? And that nigga Puffy, he wouldn't give us no money, son. He was spending it with the hookers. Help me, I'm poor. Puffy was spending the money with the hookers. Oh, fuck. What y'all say here? I can joke him, shit, that's fair. I can joke his ass. Hell, if everybody just give only $1, that adds up. Yeah, it's like, it's crazy. Like, they refused to donate to me. Let me tell you something, right? I went on somebody, I gotta talk about this real quick. This is the point. So I went on somebody's joint the other day, right? Which was just yesterday, I'll lie. It was yesterday, right? So I went on somebody's joint yesterday and they wanted talking about me. And so somebody that gave me some nickname or whatever, I know it was a chick. She was like, who are you talking about, Demonic Lewis? I was like, Demonic Lewis? I'm far from demonic. Y'all just don't like the way I talk. Listen, If this is your first time here, y'all give me a second. I'm just about to do something real quick, but I'm gonna still be talking, all right? Just give me a second. If this is your first time here with me, I curse. I smoke cigarettes on camera. I like the essence of the Northeast. You understand what I'm saying? Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to do something real quick. I like the essence of the Northeast, and that's what we remember of the Northeast. People up here curse. People up, like, it's nothing to go into a store and you see somebody, you know, and you don't even know the guy, you cuss them out. It's just the way they are up here, you know? And so for me, I talk plainly because I want the plain man to be able to resonate with me. That's the type of people I'm used to being around. Even in Connecticut, the people that I live around, people I grew up around, Italian, Greek, or whatever, Papadonasio, Vapo, all the people that I know, it's the same fucking thing. You get what I'm saying here? Like, I don't have to ever go out of form of who I am and put on that little tranquil octave to make everybody make everybody believe I'm, you know, so innocent and all that shit. Cause see, sooner or later you keep playing that innocent shit, you gotta prove that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that role on all the time. So that's why I don't do that. That's why initially I curse. That's why initially I'll be like, hey, I'm a little rough. You know what I mean? I come from military people, man. So multiple branches. My uncles and them were Shriners. I went to Shriners meetings. You know, I grew up in it. So I got a certain way that I am as far as like how I talk and act and stuff like that. Now, I'm never passive aggressive or anything like that. But I ain't nobody's pussy either. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's why I stand on that. Y'all give me a second, yo. I'm just throwing this on because I ain't going to be on nobody's fucking camera today. Fuck all that shit. I had to put on the shiesty, Sean. Like, he used to be down there filming this shit. I'd be like, nigga, I don't know you. I want to be on your fucking podcast. Fuck your podcast. All I do crazy numbers. Fuck, I won't be on your podcast for. Hell, everybody just get, nah, they all right. I'm not downplaying. I'm just saying, if everybody hit the Cash App. No, I know you ain't downplaying it. Dad, do you think after the trial they would? I don't know. That's a good question right there. That's a good question. Let me stop for a second before I talk about the shit I'm talking about. I'm going to find the video, I'm going to share it again, but I remember it, and a lot of people that have been on my channel for a while, and I think the old gal, she might have been one of my subscribers then. I talked about the Adult Survivors Act, and I talked about it the day after Thanksgiving. And if I remember, this is probably like a year and a half ago now. Yeah, it wasn't this past Thanksgiving, it was the Thanksgiving before. And honestly and truthfully, it was by chance. I didn't know nothing about the law. Let me tell you how I found out. So I'm in Starbucks, son. Y'all know I stay in Starbucks. So I'm in Starbucks, and I hear these two guys in front of me, and they were talking about the mayor at the time. And they said, yeah, you know, they used the Adult Survivors Act against him or whatever. I said, what the fuck is that? So then later on, not even 20 minutes later, I turned on, I think it was CNN or something, and they mentioned it, but they didn't go into detail what it was. So I said, let me look this up. So what I found was, it was actually an extension off a child abuse law, okay? And what it did was it gave them a year extension, which they should have gotten. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to be honest with you, some of them rotten hoes that came up in there trying to just get a payout because things didn't work out for them in life. You understand what I'm saying? You got a lot of, listen, ladies, y'all got to start putting it, to the older ladies especially, start putting out here these old hoes. There's old white hoes, old black hoes, old Latin hoes. Start putting out these old hoes because these old hoes are influencing these young girls in a horrible fucking way. I'd be scared as hell if I had a daughter right now. I'd be scared of the motherfucker. How Chris Rock say that shit, my only job was to keep my daughter off the pole. Now it's my only job is to keep my daughter off of OnlyFans. God damn. And all of them on there. Any color, any size, any shape, any fetish. Y'all talking about Diddy, I might want to cut that shit down, that German conglomerate of a company. You know that company come from Germany? Dad, do I think there'll be a law invoked under him? I don't know. That's a good question right there. Sometimes they tend to do that, and the reason I brought that up, the Adult Survivors Act, because somebody had advocated for that law. You understand what I'm saying? Through New York legislation. I'm not sure if it happened upstate or whatever, but people had advocated for that law to be passed. So, you know, I mean, if he is guilty to the extreme or whatever, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit there and validate him. You are beautiful. I'm not going to sit there and validate him, you know what I mean? Like, I said that a million times now, so I told y'all think I be lying. Y'all know how I like them. You see that chocolate pretty ass right there? And I don't even like girls with blonde hair, but her ass was fine as hell. I be like them dark motherfuckers, bro. For real. My daughter's mother was dark as shit, dark-skinned Haitian girl. Anyway, I don't know. That's a good question though. Would they invoke a law if Diddy is convicted? It's a possibility, G. It's a possibility. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping they don't get convicted. To be honest with you, I don't want. Listen, this is the thing, and I gotta point this out real quick before I take y'all around the corner because I want to say some things right here. I don't want niggas hearing what I'm saying, right? Check this out. Just like I just pointed out the shit with Harvey Weinstein, right? Y'all missed the point. Harvey Weinstein was on trial for a whole damn near 2 months right around the fucking corner, literally, all right? Nobody in major media talked about Harvey Weinstein to the extent that they have talked about Diddy. In fact, they talked so much about Diddy's case that it shrouded Harvey Weinstein's case. I think for some reason or another, and just like I told y'all this a few minutes ago, I think for some reason or another, I don't know if that was done purposely, but I think it would have been better just overall for the whole anti-sexual assault movement, advocacy, Me Too, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think it would have fit better tenure if y'all would have went after Harvey Weinstein as well. Y'all would have went after this motherfucker from Abercrombie and Fitch as well. How come y'all not advocating saying, yo, take that motherfucker off house arrest, fuck him? I used to wear Abercrombie and Fitch and a subsequent company that they own Hollister. And then there's like 2 other ones. There's another one with a moose on it. We used to wear that one too. I live in Connecticut, dog. We used to wear that shit like sanctuary, you heard? So for me, it's like, he was giving auditions for those little boys. And I think we're at a point in society where people don't feel as sorry for little boys that get molested, because it happens a lot. You know, R. Kelly was molested. As rotten as that motherfucker was, he was molested. Don't nobody ever bring it up. Don't everybody ever talk. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Don't nobody ever talk about it or know nothing else, you know? So I just, you know, I think a lot of people, they don't take in account. I don't know, man. They just don't take. What if something happened to Puff? Did anybody care to ask that? Like, I think that's an important question, right? Because y'all did have some like, I'm not a person that sits there and I don't like gossiping. That's why my channel's not a T channel. I'm trying to find a place. If y'all wonder why I'm moving or whatever, I'm talking loud. This lady had a window open. I'm talking all kinds of stuff. I got to say things the right way, so y'all give me a second. I'm just trying to muster up the words. When you're dealing with somebody like, I put it this way. When you're in a situation, right, where you have no other choice, ladies, and I'm talking to you dead ass serious, you have no other choice, and somebody takes advantage of you or something like that, I need y'all to go tell the police right when it happened. If something happened to your daughter, don't wait 10 or 15 motherfucking years. Do it right when you have that moment. 5 days, maybe 10 days, maybe. But don't wait no goddamn 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, because what happens is you got to relive all that trauma. And I got to say that much. Whether I think Cassie lied about some of the stuff she said, because I really do. And I really think this particular instance is about money. That's not to erase the girls get. I mean, I talk about this shit all the time, even when I'm not here. But that doesn't separate the fact that there are real girls out there that get sexually assaulted. And that's what I want to more highlight on. I want to highlight on the girls that we definitely know something happened to them and see what we can happen with them. Look, if you Black American or Latin American and you live in any housing project in the New York City tri-state or anywhere from Philly all the way up to Boston, right? You know some young girl that was out there, you understand what I'm saying? We all know her, and she was dating some dude that was 40 something, and she was, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not nothing but 16, 17, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all seen that before. And so nobody says nothing about them, and then this nasty motherfucker go get them pregnant and everything else. Now, if I stop any of these guys out here right now, and have them testify to that, they're gonna tell you the same thing. I can ask any guy from New York City these same words, they're gonna tell you the same thing. So I'm not here to play advocate. I'm like, nobody plays advocate for me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gives a damn what happens to me most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to play advocate, but I am here to be fair. You understand? And being fair is just playing the fact that, you know, Puff is some funny shit here. This nigga was spending $200,000 on hookers, male hookers. $200,000 on hookers. I said, man, listen. But when we was working for you, we was getting nickels and dimes. Come on, Sean, something funny. Dab, do you think after the trial, I read that, Darlene, what's going on, Darlene Ty? How you doing? I'm cooling. Come on, guys, y'all got to get these likes up. It's over 178 people in here. Y'all ain't double tapping the screen. Come on, double tap that screen. One time, double tap that screen, hit up the cash out, support the channel. We're going to go back around the corner in a minute. Y'all want to go around the corner? I just wanted to get that out because often we sit here and we talk about what's going on in the moment. This is not the conclusion. You know, there's going to be a jury decision and everything else like that. But like I like to talk about the little intricacies that a lot of you ladies are missing. Y'all should have been just as steadfast and like flies to shit on the Harvey Weinstein case as y'all are on Diddy, because it's the same shit. It's women getting sexually assaulted. So it don't matter the superstar of the person that's being prosecuted. It's the modus operandi here, which is the main motive and the premise of the conversation, sexual assault. So I think it's a disjustice when you guys get selective and y'all allowed Harvey Weinstein to literally get shrouded by the Diddy case. But both of them was about sexual assault. And Harvey Weinstein, let me add the fact, this motherfucker got to go back to California and still do 20 years, even though he got a mistrial. Your girls got to start paying attention to this stuff, because if you let one up, listen, this Diddy trial is going to be over in a minute. All right? Now, who comes after that? The Abercrombie guy, the Abercrombie and Fitch guy, or is it the four brothers that got caught down in Florida that did all the stuff up here in New York? I mean, like, we can't just have picks. Yo, we gonna pick this one today. Nah, y'all gotta pick all of them. You understand, girls? And listen, it's amazing to me that like I lost 10 people right there when I said we gotta pick everybody. That goes to let you know that a lot of people. Let me tell you something, and I want to tell major media this. Give me a second. This car sounds so weird. It must be electric. Have y'all ever heard those electric cars? They sound fucking, what's the name? They sound weird. What you say? Come on now? Come on now with what? Come on now with what? What are you talking about? Come on now with what? Tell me. Hey, Kelly, what's going on? How you doing? I'm all right. I'm waiting for this weird-ass sounding car to park. Y'all hear that shit? That shit sound weird as hell, right? That don't even sound like a real engine. It sound like a spaceship. Feel like Darth Vader's about to jump out. Yeah, selective outrage and selective empathy. You hit it right on the nail. We have a lot of oh my God, with that goddamn thing, Park. That is the nastiest sound I've ever heard. Jesus Christ, that is a weird ass. Y'all hear that noise? That's an electric vehicle. They sound fucking crazy. Listen, selective outrage, don't have your picks. Have my picks with who? Get them all. Yeah, exactly. Good, I miss you. What's going on? Selective outrage and selective empathy. I definitely agree with that. That's what I'm talking about with the Puff Day. They chose Puff as the antithesis, in my opinion, in the hip-hop world, because if you pay attention, many of these bloggers are down there right now, and y'all got to peep the game. I heard yesterday that Tisa Tells got called out there, whatever. I don't know. I really don't care. I just think it's a disservice. I told y'all that before. I said this girl is literally coming down out the courtroom between the hearing, and she's giving like negative commentary on Diddy during the actual trial. Not only that, she slipped the name of Mia when she was accepting a super chat, which the judge, he already handled that. You know what I'm saying? As he should. You know, he kicked out the one guy, what's his name, Sean G. Shout out to Sean G. He kicked Sean G out the courtroom, and then I don't know what's happening with Tisa on her end or whatever. I mean, I played the clip myself. Other people played the clip. She didn't actually say the name. What she did was, she didn't actually say Mia's name, the witness, and she was using a pseudonym, so if y'all are confused. She didn't actually say it per se. What she did was she read a super chat, and within the super chat, and I want to explain it because I don't want everybody to just crap on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to be fair with my shit. She actually said the name in a super chat, the real name. So that was the problem. And many people have just repeatedly replayed it and replayed it. And I even stopped replaying it. I played it like 2 times and I was like, that's enough, because I'm a firm believer. I don't like people that mess with people on the internet. I really don't. I don't like people that use clips and use bullying techniques and tactics and stuff like that on people online. And you see a lot of that nowadays, especially from the girls. Some of the girls are like I told you, somebody was in somebody's chat calling me Demonic Lewis. I said, wow, that's crazy. Because I left a message for a particular, let me tell you what happened. So this particular vlogger that's out there right now, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna run into him, and I'm gonna approach him, and I'm gonna have him tell you himself. All right. I left him. I knew. Okay. So everybody thought Kanye, and I'm glad Sheik Lucci, I'm glad you passed it up. That's good connection. Because I said it earlier in the day. Y'all thought Kanye showed up for one reason, but Kanye ain't show up for that reason. And the narrative that's being put out there is, oh, Kanye was mentioned or something was near to him mentioned or whatever. It wasn't Kanye. That's as much I can tell you. It wasn't Kanye. And that's not why Kanye was there. Kanye had already been planning to come through. It's just a matter of when. And when he finally did come through, he came through, you know? And so shout out to Jesus Christ. Shout out to from my state and my area. Shout out to Candace Owens. You know what I mean? And everybody else that made that possible or whatever. I'm sure, yeah, he gonna, you know what I mean? He might pop back through. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll let y'all know if I know something. But the fact I'm telling you is the same kid, right? I actually put a note on his page. And he gonna tell you this. I put a note on his page, and on the note I say, yo, listen, man, keep your eye open. I got something, you know what I mean, for you. Just keep your eye open. It's gonna hit you real quick. You know what I'm saying? I said something to the tone of that. You know what I mean? I didn't want to let the nigga know what I was talking about. I just kind of like wanted to let him know what I was talking about. And he saw it with his own 2 eyes. He went live shortly after that. You know what I'm saying? Because it happened like within 30 minutes of that. 30 minutes, literally. Ask him yourself. It happened 30 minutes after that. Kanye showed up. Numbers 24:9. The nation is like a mighty lion. When it is sleeping, no one dares to wake it. Whoever blesses Israel will. Oh, nah, we don't do that up in here. Nah. Let me make this real clear, real quick. All right. We don't do conversations on my page about ongoing wars, picking sides with whoever, whatever. Because quite frankly, to be honest with you, I live in America and I don't know about none of that shit going on. You understand what I'm saying? And I got Jewish friends. So you already lost right there. I ain't with all that shit. The homie was trying to take a shot at Jewish people. I don't like that shit. So now I gotta take a shot at you. First of all, let's take the first shot. How many fucking followers you got? You one of them type. You've been on here for 11 years and got 1 follower. Yeah, not one point did you figure out that you can make money off this motherfucker, huh? So we blocked him. He been on here 11 years, y'all. 11 years. And didn't figure out he can make money off here. And instead, he chose to be a professional troll. So I know you older if you've been on here for 11 years. You damn near 4 years shy of the ascension of this app. Yo, this big monster. I worked at Bad Boy under Paulie. I will never kick a man when he down. I never witnessed these incidents Puppets being accused of. Heart goes out to the victims. If there are truly any victims. Because to me, it looked like the prostitutes is the victims. The male prostitutes is the victims. I'm telling you, that's what it's going to circumnavigate to. Cassie was his girlfriend for 11 years, yeah? 11 years, she was his girlfriend, yeah? Anybody want to disagree with that in the chat room? 190 y'all in here, anybody want to disagree with that? Okay. Then the other chick, Mia, whatever pseudonym she's using, she was his girl from another odd years. How many years? 5, 6 years, something like that. Then 2 times a quarter's baby mom, you understand what I'm saying? She was with him with a numerous amount of years. In fact, he was still paying her $10,000 a month. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what type of vajay that is. I want some vajay like that that costs $10,000 a month. I ain't ever had that before. Anybody ever had some $10,000 a month for Jay? I want to know what that's like. At least one time in my life. Am I wrong for saying that? I heard the thing with Shannon Sharp, and that was even $25,000 for each one. I was like, yo, this is crazy. This market that they have in the sexual, you know what I mean? The sexual market. The sexual market is out here, right? OnlyFans. It's basically a whole bunch of teasing. You're never going to get to touch these girls unless they do like separate shit on the side, which brings me to, you know, the terminology I like to use and I talk about in this Rico thing, getting flown out. You know, I did a whole piece on that. I was like, you know, these girls have been out here in the hip hop world talking about for years. I'm getting flown out. You know, now they talk about they get flown out to Dubai to get boo-booed on for $50K. Like that girl, that poor girl that killed herself over that. I forgot all about that, man. That just happened recently too. This girl, she committed suicide because she went over to Dubai and did, you know, that do. That's wrong. I said that like that, right? And she ended up ultimately sacrificing herself. I mean, her demise, man. It's sad, but a lot of these girls out here doing a whole bunch of stuff, man. That's just like, okay, I hear you on sexual assaults and everything like that, but at the same time, shorty, can we slow it down with the OnlyFans? Because you're projecting sexual imagery to these girls, and a lot of young girls, they think it's okay because they see girls like Bad Baby turn 18 and make she make $1.2 million within 24 hours. And I still got a problem with that. You know, the biggest problem I had with Bad Baby was this. Bad Baby not only made 1.2 million, 1.4 million, how much she made, right? But it was the fact that she made it on the night, and nobody puts this on the microscope. It was the night she turned 18, she made the $1.2 million. Now, y'all motherfuckers huddle in for a minute. Do y'all think that everybody that came on Bad Baby's page when she turned 18 that night was 18? Huh? Come on, ladies, talk up. Y'all talk about Diddy all the goddamn time. Talk about this. Do y'all think everybody that contributed to that $1.4 million was 18 also, or 19, or 20? Hell fucking no. It was some old motherfuckers on there. I'll say it for you. Let me tell you something. The simp market, that's what we like to call it. That's the market that fuels OnlyFans. We call it the simp market. These are men that usually they couldn't get vajay unless they pay for it. They can't walk into your local bar and talk to a woman that just with their charms get some vajay. You know, I say it like that, but y'all know what I mean. Because that's the ultimate goal with men. So, you know, and even women know that. But anyway, point is, there is love in between. So don't get me confused. I don't want to be selling the same imagery. My point is, these men, they can never any other where else. And they used to, let me tell you where they used to be at before then. They used to be on the sexual hotlines. Y'all remember the sexual hotlines? Only $2.99 a minute. Y'all, some of y'all too young remember that shit. They used to have these $2.99. Hi, this is Sarah. I'm your fantasy and all this shit, right? Motherfucker get the phone bill at the end of the month. His wife looking at him. Who the fuck is 1-800-Fantasies, John? I want a motherfucking divorce. Next day you up in court and shit, you like this. What, your honor? I ain't mean to be on OnlyFans. I love this bitch, your honor. Please don't make me pay that $5,000 a month, your honor. God damn. I can't afford it. Your honor, can I talk to the witness? Let me talk to the witness for 5 minutes, your honor. Pedo money, that's exactly what it was, man. That was pedo money. I agree with you 100% on that. I'm glad you said that in the comment section. All those guys that tuned into Bad Baby's OnlyFans when she turned 18 wasn't fucking 18. And we never put that under a microscope. I think we need to do an investigation of that whole goddamn list of motherfuckers that got a subscription that particular night. Listen, all credit cards, the information is held from them because they're paying for it on a monthly subscription basis. Some of them, they pay for it yearly. That's why I keep trying to tell you, the simp market is the biggest. See, the girls, let me tell you the hustle. So even though it's $4.99 a month, right? The goal is, these motherfucking girls, they want to get you in on a pay route that's yearly. So they want you to pay, if it's $4.99 a month, they want you to pay that whole year. That's the ultimate goal. That's how they make the real money. This is where you get the girls that make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, because they got the yearly subscription. Now they can get the monthly, you know what I mean? But, you know, you have to work it out. But on the third month, if they cut you off because you did something wrong they don't like, you know what I'm saying? Or you ain't paying enough attention to them in the chat or something, you know what I'm saying? Because these simps, it's deep. It's that deep. And they're feeling a market, and they're also contributing. The simps are contributing to the girls' delinquency. I'm trying to tell y'all think I'm lying. In 5 years, if half of these girls ain't quasi-lesbians, or half of them ain't full-bred misandrists, if half of them ain't man-hating, like the population's gonna go down. There's already no such thing as fucking love, damn near. I can go to the bar and meet a girl, and I can hit some vajay and and if I buy 3 drinks, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, she's willing to get down. Not because she's drunk. I'm just saying this out of the conversation, everything like that. You have that same girl, and you have that conversation nowadays. Watch out, y'all. Y'all have that same conversation, and you have it now with a lot of girls or whatever. They just ultimately say, yo, you want to fuck or what? Who wants to disagree with that in my chat? You know what I'm saying? And I don't care. And like a lot of guys, there was a study done, and they did some demographics. They said there was like something like 60% of men haven't had sex in the past 2 years. So everything is basically getting turned into digital vajay. You know, and that's sick. This is where you get these sex dolls and all this other nasty stuff that comes out or whatever. So we point fingers at Puff. Let's point, you know, there's a place in Germany right now that just opened up a place that's disgusting. You can rent a night to have sex with artificial intelligent dolls. Did y'all know this? Y'all seen this? Oh, go Google it right now. Go Google it right now. This is actually like out of all the nasty shit in the world to put out there. And see, this influences motherfuckers that are deviants, the sexual proud. Well, I went into the room and you can spend a 24-hour session with a goddamn plastic synthetic doll and do whatever the fuck you want to. So this builds a mentality in a man that's stupid that, you know what, I could do this to a real woman too. I beat up the doll so I could beat her up too. Oh, you know how many fucking sick fetishes you can fulfill if you just got a doll dog? So that's why I said I need all you girls up on this shit. So I just want to make myself clear. If y'all gonna be on this sexual predator shit, I need y'all all the fuck in that halfway in or selected depending on what star it is. No, sexual assault is sexual fucking assault. So whether it's Harvey Weinstein, whether it's that motherfucking cocksucker out there in Long Island that they unfortunately gave him a fucking leg bracelet after he was out here molesting for decades. 14, 15, and 16-year-old boys. We should go over there and stomp the shit out of him, really. I think, like, let me tell you something. This is his thought. Let me talk to all y'all police officers for a minute, because sometimes it's just good goddamn police work. I say this all the time. It's one of my shit. He said, true. Y'all know I say this all the time. Sometimes it's just good goddamn police work. Listen to me, officer. Y'all gonna spend around about 40,000, 25,000 on this motherfucker while he going to trial. He gonna be sitting there. He gonna be eating up all the bologna sandwiches and shit like that. Now that's one option. And I know it'll cost a lot of money to house this motherfucker. But have you ever thought of consideration to your options? This is what I'm saying. How about y'all drop these motherfuckers off in the roughest fucking projects they are and tell them what the fuck they did? Be like, just go on the loudspeaker, like y'all go on the loudspeaker. Sometimes, you know, some of y'all arrogant police officers, not the good police officers, but the arrogant ones. They go on the bullhorn, all right, y'all get the fuck out the street, you know. Go on the bullhorn and be like, all right, this motherfucker, he touched the 14-year-old, and watch everybody in the projects over there beat his motherfucking skull in. And that's the same thing they did after that motherfucker out there in Queens assaulted that 14-year-old girl. They beat the shit out of her. And that's what they should have done. Any motherfucker that assaulted a 14-year-old, 15, I don't want no hesitation. Knock that motherfucker's skull and fuck him. So shout out to the Dominican kids out there in Queens that got that motherfucker that assaulted that 14-year-old girl. There's a couple brothers out there too, and a couple Puerto Rican brothers too. That's how you do that shit. Drop them motherfuckers off in the hood, and I guarantee you can drop them off listen, especially Italian neighborhoods. Listen, you good Italian neighborhoods, you good in black neighborhoods, you good in they got to be poor though, or model. And this guy on the bullhorn in your police car be like, this motherfucker touched a girl, and watch it just swoop in. It'd be like a fucking bunch of vampires on a body. Y'all remember the movie Sinners? Everybody, I mean, not even Sinners, Queen of the Damned, when they had the opera piece and everybody came in, whoo, just swooped in. That's how the motherfuckers would be. You gotta utilize your thugs. Sometimes thugs ain't bad people. They do some good motherfucking work out here. I know some motherfuckers that provided Christmases, college tuitions, and everything else. You know what I mean? So I don't live in the projects, but I know some motherfuckers that do, and I know they don't take it lightly to motherfuckers that assault women. They don't even give a fuck what color the woman is. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the same gumption as a white woman, black woman, polka dot. Well, I don't give a fuck what you doing. And why you doing it? Well, you can just go out here like the rest of us, pay a little $60. You know what I'm saying? A little $60 get you somewhere. I'm trying to tell you, go to the mall, a little $60. All you gotta do is be like, look, I ain't going nowhere out tonight till I got like $60 in my pocket. I got $60. I can at least strike up a conversation. Buy you a drink, sit you down for at least a minimum of half an hour. You know what I'm saying? Get to know you. But all this taking vajay shit that y'all getting into, y'all gotta stop that shit. I ain't about to let that shit pop off. And some of y'all older men, I'm talking about 35 and older, y'all need to get the fuck out here too. Y'all be sitting up here talking about, that's why the girls be doing a lot of shit that they doing and saying this. Y'all don't say shit to them. Y'all don't know how to say shit to them. They'll be like, oh, hold up, that's not right. No, Smith, man, they don't want to hear that shit. That red pill and blue pill shit sound like some gay shit to me from the beginning. I said, these niggas just don't like women. That's what it sounds like. Now, I'm sorry, I like Vijay. You understand what I'm saying? So you gonna miss me with that one. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it sounded like. It sounded like a whole bunch of men. Like I say things on my channel sometimes too, and I say, but I put it in direction of tramps and puzzies and hee-haws, and like my uncle and them used to say, skeezers. But I say that because of the distinct difference between those girls and girls that's graduating this next year from Yale University or Columbia or NYU. You shouldn't be wanting to put in the same ilk or the same linear fashion as them tramps. And that's what they try to do. They put themselves behind you girls because it hides the debauchery that they're actually doing on OnlyFans, going to Dubai to get boo-booed on, prostituting and everything else. And they do it on podcasts, they do it in a lot. Y'all laughing, but y'all know I'm dead serious. I know this guy, I've seen it for 5 years, and it took me a long, what's the name? What's that? That's what I'm looking for right now. Come over here, though, we're gonna find it. You see I got one in my hand, right? Yeah. Give me 1 second, I got you. It's in here somewhere. Give me a second, y'all, looking for my lighter. Yeah, I hope I do too, man. I just used it though, so that's what I said. But it always be like that. Use it, and then I fucking don't know where I put it. Y'all give me 1 second, guys. I'm looking for my lighter, and it's raining, and some more shit. There we go. I got it.
Got it?
Yeah, you're way down there. Here you yeah, I told you I got it. These motherfucking pockets deep as hell. That's why. Thank you for.
Appreciate it.
Already. All right, y'all. He was trying to get a light like me. Shit, I was looking for my light. I couldn't even find the motherfucker. No, you don't. You love. What you said? No, you don't. You love BK. Who's BK? Oh, okay. I see. I'm like, who the hell is that? I wasn't paying attention to the screen for a minute. I don't know why Pornhub is still free and OnlyFans costs. That's a good question right there. I ain't never think about that shit. That's a good question. Why is Pornhub free and OnlyFans costs a minimum of $4.99 a month? That questions. We got to dig into, like my man Zoe Williams say, go deeper. Pause. What'd you say? You gotta translate that boy. North Memphis, what's going on, baby? Let me give everybody a little shout out to him. Y'all guys, make sure y'all hit the Cash App. I'm about to walk back over here in a minute. I just want to explain and expose on some other things real quick that I hadn't gone on. Guys, make sure y'all double tap that screen, hit the like button, hit up the Cash App, and also down below you'll see a whole bunch of products there. I get a commission for those products when you purchase them. I know some of my stuff is a little expensive. I'm working on getting some other things because I don't know, man. Like, fragrances are the thing for me. Like my mom used to do, what's going on in North Memphis? My mom used to do fragrances and stuff like that, and she would do the high-end shit. So that's why you got Vera Wang and, you know, all those different ones in there, whatever, because I figured that's what you ladies and some of you guys would like, would be high-end perfumes and colognes and things like that. So even though, don't let it torture you that they're $145 or whatever, they're coming from Neiman Marcus, Macy's, you know, upstanding stores, at least here in the New York City tri-state, they've already made their trademark and synergized here in the New York City tri-state. So don't feel free to go down there and purchase some of those products. Also feel free to hit the Cash App. It's not cheap to travel. I come down from Connecticut, so it costs me about $16 a day. Now, I know that ain't shit to most of y'all, you rich fuckers. But for me, help me, I'm poor. All right, so make sure you hit up the Cash. I'm joking, but if you do, guys, I appreciate it a lot. But definitely go down and be encouraged. Watch out. Be encouraged to go and buy some products or whatever down below. I appreciate it if you would. And that's the plan of that. What's going on, man? Nothing, man. I'm down. I've been down here early, man. I was down here at 9 o'clock this morning, man. I was already in New York. I was recording last night. So, like I told you, I'm working hard on my new album. Hopefully, I have that to y'all by the end of summer. Listen, I done revamped so much shit on this thing. It's crazy. Like, either I don't like an octave. We're utilizing auto-tune for some of the parts that I don't like. I mean, it resonate good or whatever how you doing. It resonate good or whatever, but they can resonate better. You understand? So, from what I had mastered down and tracked out or whatever, we're going to have some better things coming on or whatever. But for right now, that's what's going on, all right? So hopefully I'll have some new project to you guys Hopefully, I don't know, maybe by the end of summer, maybe before the end of summer, hopefully, but one of the two. But I think you're gonna like it. Like I said, the old rapping thing just got old, so I was just like, yo, I've sold albums now. Like I fulfilled that in. Now I need to fulfill this R&B in because on a lot of people know on a lot of the hooks and stuff like that on my albums, I was always doing the hooks, and like a lot of people didn't know that, but I was doing the hook, and you know, so hopefully y'all pick that up, purchase that, whatever. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. Ain't gonna hurt my feelings. It's just about concluding what I did. Like I said, I done sold albums, so I'm alright. You know what I'm saying? I already had the experience. What do y'all want to talk about as far as Puff is concerned or whatever? I know this guy that was the drug mule. He's supposed to be testifying today. Brandon Paul, I think that's what his name is there. I don't think it's going to be too much. What do you guys think? You know, you get some people that tell the story here. They'll tell you, yeah, this person's losing, this person's doing this person's doing that. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck what you say. It matters what the people up in the jury say. I'll say one thing. I don't like the fact that the only black fucking juror that was a man got kicked off. I think that's some weird shit. But like I said, if Harvey Weinstein can get a fucking mistrial, anybody can work out, right? How about that shit? They gave that fucker a mistrial. I couldn't believe that. But he's still doing 20 years, so it doesn't matter. Fuck Harvey Weinstein, right? What's going on, man? What you up to, bro? That's the only person that can call me bro in my chat room. Most of the time when people start out this sentence with bro, it's usually also fuck shit. In my chat room experience. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people say bro. I don't know. Whoever invented that and like using, that's why I said these weird acronyms and terminologies the motherfuckers use, they're not even cool. Like I don't like that YN shit. I don't like that UNC shit. I don't like, what's the other one? Like all these weird spaced out, like they're not even cool. You understand what I'm saying? Like I ain't trying to be like funny. I'm just saying they're not even cool. Like it would be cool if you would do it, but like, you know what I'm saying? Have some bounce to it or something, or have some you know, some swagger about it. Like it's just, I don't know. I ain't your uncle. I don't know no young NYNs. I don't know none of that shit. Keep them motherfuckers away from me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no YNs around me. Y'all can have them motherfuckers. Niggas want to bask in poverty. I don't live in poverty. You understand what I'm saying? I don't live in poverty. So and I mean my surroundings are conducive with that. I live in Connecticut, Joe. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all see where I live at. It's totally different than it. What will be the outcome of the trial? That's a good question. I don't know. There's three possibilities. I mean, the first possibility is obvious. He could be found guilty. I mean, fuck, who don't know that? The second possibility is he could get a mistrial. I mean, they were trying to file for another mistrial. I think a lot of y'all missed that. It was based off, I think it was yesterday. They was going to file for something that happened on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And so, I mean, there's a lot of, we've been around Cassie. You understand what I'm saying? And like my brother that's in here right now, I see you. He bad boy. He been around Cassie. And there's another brother in here that say he used to work for Paulie. He been around Cassie, obviously. And so I ain't never seen Cassie. I ain't never seen Puff engaged the way they describe it now. Does that make sense? And that's 17 years working there. So it's like, when I hear these stories, like I'll be honest with you, like even when before they dropped that tape or whatever, I said, nah, Puff ain't beating that chick up in the what's the name, in the hotel room. Puff wouldn't do that. And I said this shit on camera. I had to go back and do a whole apology to everybody because it was just fair. I was just like, I'm not going to defend that shit. You was kicking that chick like a man. I'm not defending that shit. And I couldn't tell my audience of thousands of people, hey, I defend that shit. Nah, son, you on your own with that one. I ain't never defended no shit like that. Now, people getting the spats and shit with their broad all the time. A lot of you ladies, a lot of y'all men in my chat right now, y'all be like, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you too, bitch, fuck you. You know what? And she come over and smack you, so you grab her, and be like, all right, now, that's enough. You hit her back or something, whatever. It's light. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about dragging a chick, throwing it down, kicking her like a man. That's how men fight each other. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, when I seen him kick, I was like, God damn, you got to kick a chick too? She already did, and he threw a vase at her. I said, damn, you got to be an angry motherfucker. You throw some vase at a motherfucker. You ever throw, anybody in my chat ever throw a vase at a motherfucker? I'm talking about a stand, like That vase had to be at least about 5 feet tall. It was a big vase. It wasn't no small. I don't know if he threw the flowers or the vase at her. I said, that's a lot of mother. You must hate a motherfucker if you throw a vase at her. You understand? So I don't know what they had going on, what kind of toxic situation they had going on. Listen, people, I'm gonna break something down for y'all real quick, right? I want to talk about this over here because some people might misconstrue it, right? Let me tell y'all something real quick. I done been in toxic love before. I done been in toxic love before. What is the case hurt and helped Gim, in your opinion? What in this case hurt and helped him? I think what hurt him was, I mean, initially the video, of course, but I think what also hurt him so far, if you want to talk about it in microscopic terms, I think what hurt him was the fucking text yesterday, or the day before yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck is you texting bitches for? Excuse my French. But that's what they were. They was down for the get down. These ain't ladies. I know ladies. My sisters are ladies. You know what I'm saying? My sisters are some of the most docile women you ever meet in your fucking life. They're like, hi, how you doing? I can talk like that. I can articulate, but I like talking like this. So that way you know not to fuck with my sisters. Now, this is the thing. I think that hurt him. I think the other thing that hurt him was probably most likely a partition of the girl. What is her name? What is she going by? 2 times a quarter baby mom. I'm gonna say it that way. I think a partition of what she said might have hurt him particularly because you got a whole bunch of girls that are basically, this is what helps and hurt them. You got a whole bunch of girls, all three and uniformly, they're all saying the same thing. They're all saying, hey, listen, outside of me having sex with this guy and getting prostitutes or whatever, yeah, I was doing that too. But outside that, I started getting relationships. I started getting personal with some of the guys. I started calling some of the guys, even when Pup was out of town. Watch out! Even when Pup was out of town, I started doing things like, you know what I'm saying? So when you start getting these women that are all uniformly telling you, yo, outside of this, I did this too, you got to kind of like a pedal right there. And that's why I say a lot of these people that are in the courtroom right now, they're trying to articulate shit. And particularly, I feel sorry for the ones that are like not from New York, because you don't know how we think up here. And all these jurors are from the New York City, New York City, not even the tri-state. We got a particular brand of when we think. And number one, we're real tri-state people. We don't like bullshitters. And it's the same way out in Connecticut. I don't like no bullshit or whatever. If you did that shit, they say you did that shit. You just tell us. But if you did that shit, let us know so we ain't out here defending you and shit looking stupid. I don't like that shit. Don't have me out here defending you and looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? No, all of it didn't hurt him, sweetheart. You're not a judge, nor are you on the jury, nor are you a lawyer. And that's the problem right now, too. Now, I'm taking that your name is Brown Sugar. You're a black woman, correct? Now, I got something to say to black women, especially when I was going in on the thing with Harvey Weinstein. Hey, none of y'all chicks was talking about Harvey Weinstein. 1. Number 2, black women. It seems that your reason nobody was talking about Harvey Weinstein because you enticed the media to supersede and in talking in extremities about Puff on a day-to-day basis, where you got 4 shows that regularly, like Law and Crime. Law and Crime didn't just cover Puff Daddy day after day. Law and Crime was covering all kinds of shit. Puff Daddy's in the way of Law and Crime reporting shit. And I like Law and Crime. So Puff's story, and this is what I'm trying to emphasize to you, because you ladies, every time I see black women, for some reason or another, and I hate to say this like this, listen, I live around white people, grew up around white folks, especially Italians and Greeks. So far for me to say I live in fucking Stanford, you know, like I live in Connecticut, dog, trust me. So what I'm saying to you is, I just find it weird that I think, and this has to do with this demographics really, but in the case of demographics, listen to me very carefully. Each and every last one of these major medias, whether it be Nancy Grace, whether it be NBC, whether it be any of these other totalitarian networks that have been here since the Red and Blue Network and its ascension as a fucking radio station, right? All these different outlets, you'll find one thing that they all got. You want to know what that is? They got a black woman on the side of them. Well, I think it's going to be over for Diddy. You ain't noticed that? Law and Crime, they got a black chick. She's in there every fucking day. Who else? Nancy Grace, she picked her up, a black girl. Every last one of them. And what you're saying to the world, ladies, not that you just hate Puff, but you're telling these motherfuckers you hate your son. You hate your nephew. You hate your daddy. You hate your uncle. And you might not see it right now, but 5 years from now, 10 years from now, this is going to affect them too. And when your son come in the house, he'll be like, yo, mama, they say I did something. I didn't even do it. Da, 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 da. Should we have the same tenacity for your son? Yes, he did do it. Let's all get down to the courthouse and protest and get him. He did it. You're basically invoking and emphasizing not whether or not he's guilty, but you're emphasizing the fact of being pawns and parrots. And I don't like that shit. Now, I worked in corporate America for 17 fucking years, and probably longer than most of you chicks did, because I didn't even go to college. I just came into it because I knew the business. And when I got at BMG, which is Bertelsmann Music Group, where I started at, which was also the distributor for Arista, who Cuff happened to have to deal with Clive Davis. So that's the building I was in. I've taken y'all up there before and done pieces up there. The security remembers me up there and everybody else. And Puff stayed in that building longer than he stayed in any of the other buildings, except for Interscope. We went through all 3 distributors with him. I never saw this behavior, for one. 2, I just find it weird that so many black, and I'm not bounding out on black women, I'm just stating a point. And the only thing you have to do is just look and you'll see the same thing. You see a white guy or a white woman, and there's always 2 to 3 black women. Like on Law and Crime, I think that's what it is. They have like 4 rotating black women on there just to pound on Puff daily. Now, none of them say, well, this was a great part of testimony, or this might work in his favor. No, they're there to bash him. So there's a business within that dynamic, like what happened to me. People tell people, don't donate to me, don't support me, because of pure simple fact, one, I'm not gonna take control of shit, all right? I know, listen, I don't live in New York, I live in Connecticut. We have something that's similar to the Stand Your Ground law. It's called the Castle Doctrine. Now, I have to take 2 or 3 steps back, but anything after that, that's your motherfucking problem. Read between the lines. Now, with that being said, right, you have a lot of girls that are online that are black American, white American, or whatever, and their total emphasis is in the Puff, because he's a superstar, a former superstar, however you want to define it. But how come your attention wasn't over there with Harvey Weinstein, and I just had to go over there and tell you this fucker got a mistrial? And he's actually been convicted previously. He went back to California to serve out his 20 years that he's always been convicted of. Do you not understand the symmetry with that? So it's like, to the crowd, and the perception is, okay, we have full interest in seeing Puff go to jail. We don't care if Harvey Weinstein, anything happens to him. You remember me? What's going on, brother? Ain't nothing. P. Diddy did it. What's wrong with you? Brown sugar. It's been real, okay? Bye-bye. Yeah, we don't do people like that. That's why I said, like, you don't know what he did. And it doesn't matter. It's not in the face of what he did. Was he a domestic abuser? Yes. Was he a sexual deviant and a pervert and nasty motherfucker in general? Yes. Did he beat on women? Yes. But the case is about him shopping around vajay and shit, and I ain't seen no vajay getting shopped around. The only thing I seen is long dick nipples. That's all I see. So at this point, if we're talking about prostitutes, who are we talking about? The dicks he was hiring? Because that seems to be what we're talking about here. If we're talking, okay, listen what I'm saying here. It seems more like Puff was in coercion tactics with the male prostitutes more than he was with the fucking females. And I'll give you an example. He told the male prostitutes where to meet him. He told the male prostitutes how to perform. He told the male prostitutes what to do with Cassie. He told the male prostitutes, y'all got this shit fucked up. You don't get it? So, I mean, like, I don't think the women partake outside of domestic and hitting and shit like that, which this is not a case of that. I mean, if they choose to bring that up, I mean, shame on you, shit. But in this particular case, I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is 2 things right now. Whatever this guy, and I want to find out in a minute what he's been saying, Brandon Paul, whatever he says today is definitely going to be something that's paramount in the conversation. I don't know what he's going to say, but I will figure it out, and I'll tell you guys in a few minutes here. So that's one thing. The other thing I think is paramount in the conversation is the fact that that girl that used to be 2 times a quarter baby mom or whatever, she said it's 1 or 2 things or whatever. Do I think it's something that's in game? Nah, I don't think it's in game. I think you know, intensifying the story is the way these people make money. Like, I can look at my Cash App right now. It's only 1 person, maybe 2. Oh, okay, thank you very much, Kara. Appreciate that $5 donation. Guys, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, man. Nancy Grace, she's still hot about OJ. And yeah, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they like every few years, I mean, like, y'all got to look at it in perspective. Dirk, just the other day, they wouldn't give Dirk Lil Durk out there in Chicago, right? They wouldn't give Lil Durk bail again in his hearing or whatever the case may be. Now let me walk you along this. The guy that did all the molesting from Abercrombie and Fitch, they let that plastic face motherfucker sit at home on a fucking bracelet. And he was making little boys do auditions. Not on top of that, he reminds me of Jimmy Savile. Jimmy Savile over there in England, he did the same thing. See, these perverts like that, they group themselves around girls or boys or in a market that's around teens and shit like that. That's what they do the fuckery at. That's what they do, they fuck shit. And Jimmy Savile, he did the same thing. If y'all not familiar with him, Jimmy Savile, out in England, this motherfucker had a whole television production. And he was molesting the kids, nasty motherfucker. So that's what I'm saying, like, if you're going to talk, and you had Parliament, people from Parliament involved, they were accused and everything else. Same thing like with the Epstein deal and everything like that. So, you know, you got a whole trajectory of fuck shit from a lot of these men that particularly have a branding for kids. You understand? So I don't take it light. Puff ain't got no kids involved in his case. But y'all more strenuous on Puff. And they got videos of Harvey Weinstein doing what he was doing. You see what I'm saying? So I think it is a lot of selective outrage. I think a lot of it is a selective tone of, you know, I'm right all the time because I'm a woman, yay, yay, vajay. And I'm here to tell you, ladies, you're not right just because you're a lady. You know? And sometimes the ladies that you're defending is not the ladies you should be defending. Yeah? You know, a lot of these girls are liars. A lot of these girls, I've seen girls attach themselves to girls that actually got sexually assaulted and they'll admit it online or something like that. And girls will be like, yeah, me too. And, you know, you can read the story that they write and be like, yo, that shit is fake as fuck. That shit didn't happen to you. Like, you can tell it's made up. You know what I'm saying? Now they're using this as a catalyst to sue men. So I just want to put that perspective. What's going on, y'all? Any questions from any of y'all? Y'all want to talk about anything? What's going on, man? I'm here to listen, man. People say I don't listen. So I'm here to listen. I want to hear everything that y'all got to say or whatever, but I do have to point out that fact. Sexual assault is motherfucking sexual assault. I don't care if a goddamn dolphin did it. Y'all be rounded about all these motherfuckers that's out here touching girls. We don't want these motherfuckers around either. Bring them to us so we can stop their motherfucking jaws in. Bring them around. Be like, that's Phil. Phil like to touch on girls and shit. All right, just leave him right here. We take care of Phil. Bobby, whoever the fuck the motherfucker is. But no, trust me, most, especially black and Latin men, they don't go for that shit. You over here taking pussy. Oh, excuse my French. I didn't mean to say it like, you over here taking vajay from chicks, and you got the option to have a little $40, $60. You get $40, $60, go to the bar, nigga, you be surprised what come up for you. So I've been at the bar some nights and been beautiful for $40. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, what's up, man?
You understand me? So if you got $40 in your pocket, you got some ambition. Fellas, it could too happen for you. But don't be out here taking no motherfucking vajay. Because we get a hold of you, something gonna happen. So on that note, I don't think Puff was taking no vajay, but I do think he had a prostitute problem. And we're talking about sexual and coercion and shit. I think we need to talk to these male prostitutes a little bit more. I think the male prostitutes are taking advantage of. Fuck the money they got. Cassie didn't get money from that. The other one didn't get money from that was the prostitutes, right? So is it fair to say that? I don't know. All right, y'all, I'm gonna take y'all to the front of the courthouse. Y'all wanna do that? Let's do that real quick. And put my thing on. Cause these niggas be trying to get you on their cameras and shit. I be like, nah, you don't get me on your camera. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be on your podcast. They're already going to be on me for having this jacket on. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? What y'all into, man? What's up in it? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me put my jacket right. What y'all into, man? What's happening? I'm just watching these silly ass niggas. I know it's going to be some yelling and screaming. That's why I'm getting ready. I had to put the You know what I'm saying? I had to put the somewhere. The You know what I mean? I had the I just want to see what these niggas is doing out here. You know what I mean? What up? Y'all ready? Let me turn this around for y'all. I ain't on nobody's camera today. I just like to see what they out here doing. So we back down here. I just like to see what they're out here doing. Huh. Well, that's my buddy right there, the one with the pink hat on. I just like them down here. I think it's cute now. I'm definitely not going. How you doing? If y'all wonder why I got this mask on, it's because I don't want to be on everybody's fucking podcast. So fuck that. So I keep the mask on. That way, if I run into one of these fucking, go ahead. I run into one of these fucking bloggers or something, I'm not on their podcast. Miss Lisa Evans. It's beautiful Miss Lisa Evans right there, y'all. Y'all know her from New York. You heard? Ain't she beautiful? I told y'all she's pretty in person too. Somebody asked me that the other day because I was around her one time. It was like, yo, is she pretty in person? I said, she's beautiful in person, I think. I don't know. How you doing, bud? So, y'all wonder why I got this mask on, that's why. So I don't want to be on everybody's fucking camera. You don't know who's shopping what up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what podcast is this? Y'all was only on 9 motherfuckers podcasts for that shit with the arguing shit. I was like, oh, this will never happen again. So this is the answer right here, you dig? Definitely. What y'all into, man? What's going on? What y'all into? What up, bro? What's up? Ain't nothing, man. Just doing a loop real quick. I'm gonna walk through there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see who out here. I'm just trying to see who out here. What's going on with y'all? Y'all good? Y'all make the double tap the screen. Let me share this real quick. Cause I don't know. I know there's some new vloggers out here. So yeah, this is my nigga proof right here. I ain't peeing on nobody. Yo, so I'm trying to tell you that video. It was like, so I'm on motherfuckers podcast. I don't even know and shit. I'm like, I don't know this motherfucker. Like, for real, he over there getting me with that one. For real, so be careful when you filming and shit around these niggas. These niggas be, I don't know, they different. Where we at on the battery? Okay, we good on battery. I'm gonna have to charge up in a minute, y'all, so we're gonna do a break. I'm gonna charge my phone and then I'm gonna come back, all right? But right now, y'all double tap that screen, hit that like button, man. Get me out there, man. We down here back at the Diddy. The originator was down this motherfucker before any of these fucking bloggers was down here. Right, y'all? Dog lover, what's going on, baby? What's going on, Carmella? How you doing? I'm cooling. We back down here. Just give me a second. I'm gonna give y'all some tweets and stuff like that. Thank you. Ah, shit. The fuck? Hold on one second. I'm trying to get across the street. Traffic's stupid right now. Thank you. Make sure y'all hit up that Cash App. Could one of y'all write my Cash App in the comments so I can pin it? I want to take that stupid season thing off the screen or whatever. All right, hold on. I think we can get across here now. Thanks. This shit, they got cars everywhere out here, baby. Y'all know I ain't been here in a minute, so I'm back now here. But that's why, if y'all wonder why I got this mask on, Sean. Niggas ain't gonna have me on your podcast, you feel me? Like, I don't do that shit. That's on like 10 niggas podcast, B. Fucking with that. So I'm down here real quick, you know what I mean? See what's going on. What's going on? Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Yeah, that's why I got the mask on, so y'all see me? So this way going on somebody's camera. You feel me? My homie's like, yo, where the shiesty, son? Yeah, he told me to do that. My man told me to do that. He said, yo, where the shiesty, son? That way you ain't got to worry about niggas. I said, yeah, you right. So we just down here catching shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? See what's going on. That's about it. As y'all know, I'm the originator on this motherfucker before any of these niggas got down here. You feel me? See what's going on. That's funny how you see these niggas look at you. I'm like, son, I was down here before all y'all niggas was.
And also, share the line.
So I had to put the shiesty on, man. That way, ain't nobody looking at me and all that. Because you end up with like 10, 15 people's different cameras. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not going to be in your live, sir. Fuck all that. I ain't going to be in nobody's live. I don't do all that shit. What's up with y'all, man? What's going on? Give me a second. I'm gonna turn this around. You got a new perspective. You got a new perspective real quick. Give me a second. So I got this one nigga down here. He talking shit. That's a nigga that had me on his camera and shit. Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing to him though. Ain't no problem. You know what I'm saying? I just sounded funny. I think it was just a stick. Yeah, that's just a stick. I just think it's funny. So be careful when you're down here. Wear one of these masks if you're on everybody's camera. Because they'll chop it up anyway. You know what I mean? We'll go over here and take y'all over here real quick, man. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, baby? What's going on, baby? What's going on? Hold on, let me take this down. Thank you for writing my cash up in there. I appreciate it. Hold on one second. Let me pin this real quick. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all hit up my cash app, support my cash app. We back down here. Brandon Paul's supposed to be up in there testifying today. I'm pretty sure he's there. If y'all give me a few seconds, I'm gonna pull out my other device and I'm gonna talk to y'all for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna make sure my phone, because this phone is dumb heavy, son. There we go. I got the S24, my phone is dumb heavy, son. Y'all like the gears? What's up? Alright, so I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on here, whatever. I got my own little space over here. I don't be fucking with niggas, bro. Niggas can come up, hey, let me see your opinion. No, I don't get my opinion on shit. I ain't got no opinion on shit, you feel me? Like nothing. Ask me no questions about Bad Boy, none of that. Hey, yo, Chrome, I'm down here, man. Yeah, I'm down here. Matter of fact, let me hit this nigga up. I'm at the Diddy trial with the motherfucking Bad Boy shit on. Y'all see me, right? I don't give a fuck. Hold on 1 second, yo. I just gotta hit my man real quick, see if he's down here. So we back down here again, man. Like I said, we trying to see what's going on with Puff. You know, I can admit they hit him with 1 or 2 stingers real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. You know what I mean? We gonna find out what's going on. Hold on 1 second. I'm just checking a message real quick, y'all. Y'all give me a second. They hit him with a couple stingers, so that I can't admit. I think they wasn't no light stingers either. You know what I'm saying? They were some stingers. So let me tell y'all what's going on real quick. At least I give y'all a little brief update or something like that to the measure that I can. I like to get into the legality aspect of it, like I always have. I've never really been the one to get into, like, you know, the semantics of the case. Oh, what if so-and-so did this? Or what if so-and-so did that? Shit's crazy. What if so-and-so did this? What if, I don't get into all that. That shit's chuck. So let me give y'all what's going on. So then that way I can get some minds and break it down, give a few options. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like more so like that, dog. I got all that shit at the crib, dog. I got all that shit in Connecticut. All that shit in Connecticut. I got all that shit in Connecticut. Niggas throwing the best Easter soup in China. Alright, hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna go to my man real quick, see what's going on with him. Chrome, yo, what's going on, boy? Y'all out there, whatever. Alright, 1 second. Yeah, I had to come out here with a joint today. I wanted to get me on camera, but I'm just gonna make sure I got the shiesty on when they catch me. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this shit right here for y'all. Yeah. Alright. Let's walk down here real quick, because I want to talk to y'all without having sucking niggas in front of me. Alright, so check this out. 2 hours ago, this is what's going on. What airline was associated with these charges? Now they're asking right now what airline was associated with the charges, and I guess this is Brendan Powell. It's up for what's the name? So I'm just gonna go over here to the corner because I don't like fucking with these suck ass niggas out here. I always hear this one nigga. I'm like, son, you keep playing with me like that, I'm gonna do something. Like, I don't fuck around, nigga. That's why I came with the Uber. Let me go down here. You know what I'm saying? Let me go down here. Is that cool? Yeah, we got tripods too, nigga. All right. So let me read this out for y'all real quick so y'all know what's going on here. You heard? All right, so check this out. What we're coming into, I'm trying to get a linear fashion because this has started now a minute ago. So I want to make sure I got a linear fashion here when I'm reading this out to you. What's going on, G? Yeah, I don't like fucking with niggas, man. I ain't come down here fucking with niggas, be friends with niggas, get on cameras with niggas. I ain't with all that shit. Like, I ain't here to be a friend. We ain't gonna kick it after the trial over. Like, all that, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. I still be all that shit here. I still be all that shit. Like, I don't fuck with niggas like that. Like, cause I know how niggas get like grimy over stories and over, you know, who got the shit first, you know. Update 10:30 a.m. Okay, that's something else. That's about the Aliens Act. Damn, that's a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? The Commonwealth did not allege this time indictment. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where we at with this because there's so much with this shit. I'm not a group. I'm Kerry Morgan, Cassie Friend, and Christona Coleman is chief of staff. Okay, I'm trying to figure out who he's talking to though. I don't know if he's talking to Vashta or he's talking to. Hold on one second. I'm gonna find out because I want to make sure I'm talking about this right people. So I want to make sure I got the right information for y'all. I don't want to have no chuck information for y'all. You understand? Yeah, we got a minute to go. So we at 12:35. It's already been lunch, and I got a whole bunch to read back from y'all. Cases drop. His polls lagging. All right. This is some things about what's the name? Update Tehran. Y'all just give me a second, y'all. I'm looking for the goods. I don't want to give y'all the chuck and then bore y'all and shit. I don't like reading things like that. You feel me? All right. So check this out. Agent Penland here. Ventura calls D-Rock. This is the last thing that came up right here. And this is about the drug mule Brandon Paul. Now, I don't know if they got anything particular with Brandon Paul. I want to see if they just got anything particular with him or they just didn't put it up, period. I'm thinking he didn't put it up, period. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it looks like it's just a whole bunch of comments about that. So the tweets, I think he's getting limited more with them because the pure simple fact it's a lot to ingest, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read off what happened at least from 3 hours back and then we'll just blow it from there. Whatever happens from there, happens from there, guys. Like I can't really control it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I can't really do nothing about it. So y'all give me like a second here. Let me just read this shit off to you real quick. Cause this shit is crazy. Like the thing with me, this is the thing with me, right? I think son, either way it go, right? He gonna have to catch something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what he gonna have to catch, but he gonna have to catch something. I'm talking about Puff. He might have to catch something. He might have to catch something. It's collateral damage. You know what I mean? You had too many holes around, man. You had too many holes around. That's what it was. You had too many holes around. You picked the holes instead of the team. Like, I don't understand that either. So I want to read all this for you. Yeah, here we go. Now we got some more right here. All right. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Because I was trying to figure out where the thread started at. So I wanted to make sure I read it all to y'all right. So now we got the full thread right here. So now I can read it all to y'all. 13 minutes ago. Oh, wow. Listen to this. That's scary right there. They watching some more videos in there, y'all. They watching some more. How many videos did this nigga have, you dumb motherfucker? This nigga had dumb videos. It just said 13 minutes ago they was watching a video. Hold on one second. Let me find this shit. Jira's still watching videos with headphones on. Combs, Gary goes for the record. Mr. Foster has put it into minute 14. So they fast forwarded whatever video they were playing for. Hold on one second, y'all, because I don't want to be on nobody's camera. I'll learn from that shit. Combs and Gabs, let's shut off the public screens and show these videos. Okay, it's done. Everyone hears some soothing piano music. Good. Play the video. All right. So they play the video. Mr. Combs writes, I liked it when Julius was in the next room door. Did you include this, agent? No, my job was to add things, just to check whether it was incorrect and what was correct. Girl goes, Mr. Combs writes, hold on one second. This should be crazy with these ambulances. They be everywhere. Mr. Combs writes, I liked when Jules was in the next room next door. Did it include this? Nah. My job was not to add things, just to check whether it was correct. Mr. Combs writes, you horny, you sleepy, and she, both, LOL. So there you go right there. You got to admit that she was horny, whatever the case may be. She wanted to get down. She got down. You understand what I'm saying? Combs, the Gary goes. Here, Mr. Combs says to Mr. Ventura, I'm not asking you to freak off. What do you want? What do you want to do? And she said, I want to smoke, go for a walk. Let's go out and have some carefree fun. I'll go get the Valium, right? Agent, yes. So you got her there admitting she was going to get Valium. Like I gotta tell y'all, man, this is like some Whitney Bobby Brown shit. That's really what it is. Cassie was motherfucking Whitney Houston and Puff was motherfucking Bobby Brown. These just two crackheads, man. That's all it is. So you got her right there admitting she's going to get Valium. I don't know how far that's going to go. Like I said, a lot of these things go in people's ears, out their ears, and whatever the case may be in a matter of moments. They're not going to remember specifically every bit of this testimony. That's why we're trying to tell people. a lot of these jurors, they're not even going to be able to recollect a lot of the things that y'all talking about right now when it comes down to the summary of the case. So what I mean is, if you got some jurors that heard something on week 1, they're going to forget probably 60% of that shit. Unless it's recollected by one of the other jurors or something like that. I mean, it's just a human mind. It really has nothing to do by choice. It's a human mind. Mr. Garrigo says to Mr. Ventura, I'm not asking you to, okay, I read that. Combs, Garrigo, here's Jewel writes to Ventura. Great to see you, beautiful. And then, I'm at your door, right? Agent Penley, correct. Here's Mr. Ventura writes, I'm horny and bored, right? Agent, yes. He's confirming that she's right. This is why I keep trying to tell y'all these chicks was coming for this, man. I'm not trying to pin them out as something wrong. I'm not trying to pin them out as they trash or something like that. I don't want to ever do that to any woman. But at the same time, I got to call out a bitch when he called out a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, these bitches was hooking up with the hookers. You understand what I'm saying? Like, where do I take that from? The chicks was hooking up with the hookers on their own. On their own. You understand what I'm saying here? So they would get with one of the hookers, you know, on a Tuesday night. Then they say, I don't want... Give me 1 second, y'all. So the girls, they will hook up with the you know, the male workers. All right, let's say it that way for the sake of everything. I got kids walking around me and shit. You know me, I got filthy ass fucking mouth. I can't help it. So you got I make more than that cheap ass fucking thing. What did you get that cheap ass shit for? Oh, y'all gotta see this shit. Look at this motherfucking outfit over here talking about some giggle. Y'all see that shit? You got a Canadian tuxedo on. Come on, son. Come on now. Don't try to impress me with a Canadian tuxedo on. And he had the nerve to have the shit white. It's raining like a motherfucker out here. Nigga, that's your last outfit. Don't ever get over me about clothes, son. I'll murder you. Anyway, check this out. Here, Jules writes to Ventura. Great to see you, beautiful. And then, I'm at your door, right? Correct. Garrigo's here, Mr. Ventura writes, I'm horny and bored, right? Yes, that's what the bitch said. She was horny and bored, son. God damn, why we gotta sit around and pretend about this shit? If she was in New York, and everybody know how New York flow. If a chick on 149th 3rd Avenue right now, you done came out the bar and you like this, oh shit, son. Where at? Where's it at? I don't want to hop on this 2 or this 5. Really like this, son. I need to dig into something real quick. I need to be held or something. Well, how the fuck you feel, right? You gonna go, son. You understand what I'm saying? So let's sit here and say, like, okay, well, you know, she was just this innocent little fouling and, oh my God, poor, man, fuck that. She was leaking up the whole fucking shit herself. Fuck that bitch. All right, let me read this right here. Here, Jules writes to Combs, I need rest. You guys are rabbits, LOL. Jules writes to Combs, I need rest. You guys are rabbits, LOL. The fact that you add an LOL, that means in a joking connotation. That's what I'm saying. We taking this shit verbatim too much. Like, poor this person, poor that person. I'm going to say once again, I'm all for women. If you get attacked, you get, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I'm with you. I'll help you beat the motherfuckers up if they do something to you. I swear to God, if we did it before, we stomped the shit out of 3 motherfuckers. I had my mans in them come in and tell you before. My point is this. For your bras is putting on charges on people or whatever, and these things, some of the same girls they be talking about. This is why I emphasized about black women the other night. And I'm not downing on y'all, I'm just telling y'all what I see for the obvious. For all the black women that's going to sit with major media, and I'm gonna say this around major media when I'm around there, we're 2 in a minute. For all the people that's sitting with major media or whatever, the black women that are sitting with these white men, particularly, no racist epithet intended, but that's what it is, right? You're sitting with these men and you're degrading on this man, whatever. And I know some of the shit that he'd have done is wrong. I'm not here to defend none of that shit. All right, you got my word on that, word of my mother. But at the same time, bitches is sitting down with niggas getting paychecks. Huh? So there's money and equity to be made out of this shit if you anti-Diddy. And so that's where comes the antithesis, where people get up early in the morning, they say, yo, you know what, I'm gonna talk negative about this nigga because I know what cash out coming with. See what I'm saying? So since I don't choose to do that, whatever, I just want to see what the facts gonna be. I'm gonna let the facts be what they are. If this nigga guilty, fuck it. You understand me? Like, I thought I'd take this shit off and all that, whatever. But what you not gonna do in this city, you're not gonna punk me and think that I'm gonna take your motherfucking side just because you got a pussy. That's crazy. And you got a pussy and got $20 million out of it, and then said, fuck it, that ain't enough. I don't need just the Bentley. I don't need just the Lambo. I need the fucking whole experience. So you took you and that poor-ass white man that you motherfucking, yes, I said that, poor-ass white man. He's a poor-ass white man. He couldn't afford the same shit that Puff could afford, and that's what it really boiled down to, because you were living with the motherfucker with your mother. Now, I don't give a fuck who you are. As a man, dog, if you gotta move up, let me tell you something. This end of relationship, if you ever gotta move into your girl's parents' house, outside the fact that the kid's sick, the house burnt down, y'all fucked up with the mortgage or some shit like that, but just electively you go live with your mom because you started a new fucking, man, listen, any dad right there, you take that motherfucker out your house hand first. Get that motherfucker out the crib, you dig? So, once again, like I said, man, I'll put it to you in a point blank face. I don't think that she was really a victim like that. Yo, my nigga, you too close to me. All right. You way too close to me. Like I said, I don't think she's necessarily a victim per se, but I do think that there's one thing else going for her. I think that she was abused. I think that she was somewhat, based on her age, kind of taken advantage of or whatever, but not necessarily manipulated, because she was with the shit. Y'all seeing these text messages, the fucking agents are reading her text messages now. So when y'all say from one perspective, yo, I see a win with this, I don't see quite a win with it like that or whatever, without saying that these three trifecta broads were all standing to gain something out of it. One bitch is getting paid $10,000 a month for rent. Women don't want to bring that up. That means that she was allowing this nigga, and she, listen, at the very least, I know what a lease is, right? So let me put it in a wider perspective. I know what a lease is. She should fulfill the lease and everything else. If you really felt that bad away, outside of being subpoenaed, if you really felt that bad, why the fuck are you still living there? See, that's about dignity, son. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell y'all something, right? Listen, hold on one second. Hold on. Yo, wild ambulances out here. It's crazy right now. Hold on one second. I like to do my shit right here away from these niggas. I don't like fucking with niggas. Now give me 1 second. This is my thing. The second girl, Mia, right? Same thing. She talking about, yo, I was susceptible to this shit. I was with the bullshit. So what you got in totality is a whole bunch of chicks that was with the bullshit and shit just got a little rough. I ain't know this nigga beat on chicks. I ain't know this nigga white cum on his chest. God damn. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying that, and I got the goddamn job. I'm saying that. That's some nasty shit. You feel me? So my point is this, man. I ain't gonna ever support no chicks getting beat up on my channel. I don't know where the fuck y'all got that from or whatever. What I am gonna say is, if a chick tries to attack you or whatever, there's such thing called the law. Especially in my state, we got the castle doctrine. I got to step back 2 steps. You keep on still approaching me. I don't care if you're man or female. If you got a gun, a taser, a knife, or whatever, I'm going to defend myself. You understand what I'm saying? And you as a woman shouldn't be out here voluntarily trying to attack men. I've seen this now 6 or 7 times down here. You had the guy on Marlon Wiggins. He was down here. Chick tried to attack him. You got me on Myron Gaines' page. The chick tried to attack me just for speaking to Myron. Call my mother all kinds of names or whatever. Then at the end of it, they're like, are you going to do something to her? As I'm backed up about 5 feet from this nutty ass bitch. And so when you get the 15-minute extension of the video, you start coming to clarity, and you say, oh, well, shit, she was out there starting shit. Feel me? So it's little small micro situations. I didn't know that girl. I didn't know her. I don't know you. I don't know anything. I didn't even say anything to you. So that's the problem with me. I didn't even say nothing to her. So that's an issue with me. But you got this little spiral and control thing nowadays with a lot of these, and it's a certain brand of chick, and it's not a race of chick, it's a certain brand of chick. Because I've seen white chicks doing this, black chicks doing this, Spanish chicks doing this. Listen, if you 5'4" and weigh 350, chances are you're going to get swole the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care how much you think in your heart you can whoop my ass. You might even get a punch or two. But sooner or later, I'm going to snap your fucking leg, and I'm going to make you feel pain. Because then sometimes, some motherfuckers, they don't understand shit till they feel some pain. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the average chick ain't never had a leg broke, arm broke, something like that. Men have. That's why men don't fight with each other, because men know where it can be taken to. You understand? So that's why it's not a good idea to just go around starting fights with people. So many times when y'all even hear me, I just want to explain this. Many times when y'all even hear me on here, I'm reacting to people. I've had people come in here talk about my mother. I had people come in here talking about my father. My father passed. You understand what I'm saying? I've had people come in here and talk about this anything and everything off their mind. I had somebody here the other night try to give me a psychoanalysis digitally. And you're not even qualified. You ain't a psychiatrist, you loony fucking bitch. But it's got all these fucking personalities that people think that online is linear to reality. Your online personality ain't your offline personality, you nutty delusional motherfuckers. And somebody need to wake y'all up out of it. Listen, one of y'all niggas gonna get fucked up out here. I'm trying to tell you. You understand what I'm saying? Because y'all be doing the most. Motherfuckers is coming out the courtrooms lying and shit. All for some cash apps, some flair for 200, 300 likes, and then when this shit is over, they ain't even gonna give a fuck. They ain't gonna come to your channel. Let me put y'all on something. Y'all, I uncovered the Jonathan Majors trial, Trump trial. I've been doing this, all right? This is the problem. When you get these trials and these things that are so, like when you get something that's exploded like this case has, and it's superseding even Harvey Weinstein getting a mistrial, what happens is, this shit, as quick as it went up, is as quick as it goes down. And I done seen motherfuckers' albums do that for 17 years. I done seen the top artists be right here. And within 2 weeks, the crowd, you know what, we ain't fucking with him no more. And it'd be over. You understand what I'm saying? You don't believe me? Ask Sierra. You don't believe me? Ask Carrie Hilson. Where the fuck is she at nowadays? You get what I'm saying here? So it's like, you get these people, whatever. Man, I ain't trying to be a bum. Can I grab a cigarette? I'm streaming, so I can't walk off. Thank you. You get these people nowadays that live in this sub-reality that's not a reality or online. And so they don't know how to differentiate online and their empathy and their feelings and their advocacies and blah, 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 blah. And then a lot of y'all have selective outrage. And that's a scary thing. Because the selective outrage, points of point, once again, Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein was in court over here for 2 months, all right? 2 months, thank you very much. For 2 months, he was in court, all right? On Friday, he got a mistrial. Most of the world didn't know that. You know why they didn't know? They didn't know Harvey Weinstein got a mistrial because everybody was focused on Diddy's trial. And like me personally, I gotta say this, and I don't know if it's an administrative thing, I don't want to say if it's a conspiracy theory, but I'm gonna go into my Dr. Umar voice for a minute. Don't you find that suspicious? This nigga been over here for a month damn near in court, right? Harvey Weinstein's case overlapped it. So right at the point where y'all might have been paying attention to Harvey Weinstein's case, because you niggas want to be so much, I want to see Cassie, I ain't never seen Cassie before. Y'all niggas ain't even bought a Cassie single. Watch this. How many of y'all motherfuckers in the chat right now own the Cassie single? I'll wait. I'm gonna say it one more time. Name me a Cassie song other than Me and You. Or Could Have Been Love. Name me 4 Cassie songs right now, verbatim. Come on, quickly. Anybody? Anybody? Nobody, right? Nobody. Nigga, you can't even spell cheap, you goofy motherfucker. This nigga spelled cheap, C-H-E-E-P. You know we ain't paying attention to you. Like I said, nobody can tell you 4 to 7 songs from Cassie. Nobody can tell you if they got a Cassie album or not, because they don't. That's what I said, the selective outrage. Meanwhile, this motherfucker, Harvey Weinstein, who in my opinion has done way worse than Puff. He may have not beat them girls, he may have not done anything, but Harvey Weinstein is the fucking definition of a predator. He predicated on these women. Listen, there's a video, right? I talked about it earlier, I'm gonna talk about it again. There's a video that used to be on YouTube. They took it off of YouTube, right? It was a video of this girl, she had a white purse, and she took the purse into the fucking hotel room with the phone inside the purse, right? She starts filming this son of a bitch, and the whole time that she's filming this motherfucker, you notice in the video, he's got a fucking towel wrapped around him, big ass beer belly. This is a nasty looking 12 sandwich Pizza Hut looking motherfucker, don't you know? So this cocksucker is sitting up there, and he's like, hey baby, you wanna do something with me? I'm like, hey girl, if I was any girl, I would have been like, yeah! I mean, he looked disgusting. This is Harvey Weinstein. There was another video up on YouTube, and I think what happened was because the case he's convicted of happened in California, I think they used that as adjacent, as evidence or something like that, so YouTube probably got forced to rip it offline, if that makes any sense. Because it cuts at a certain point, so what I'm thinking what happened was, I'm thinking that they got it from some, I don't know how people are doing this now, but they're getting dash cam videos, stuff like that. Stuff, in my opinion, I don't think they should have. You understand what I'm saying? Because it torts not only juries, it torts people's opinions, it torts a lot of things. You dig? Yeah, I don't do keys, man. I don't do keys with niggas. Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't do keys with people. I ain't no key type motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like I like men don't be keying with motherfucker. I laugh with you. I have some jokes with you, but I don't do key. Key is for girls. So when I see men doing key, it indicates some things to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like sexually. I'm just saying like mentality wise. I don't key with niggas, man. What you write that it got deleted? Oh, that's all the shit you wrote? That's what's up. So I want some of y'all opinion. What y'all think? Go ahead and write in the chat room. I got this big ass truck behind me. And let me know what you think, man. I want to know what more y'all think about, like, just in general, whatever sports your mind, I want to know, because a lot of times y'all be like, yo, Dabba, you ain't hearing us, you ain't listening to us, whatever. All right, I'm here listening, man. I'm here listening. All right, so I want to hear what y'all got to say. So tell me what y'all got to say. Word, all right. I'm going to ask y'all, based off the knowledge that you got so far and the things that you got so far, do you think Pup is guilty or not guilty or whatever? Go ahead and voice your opinion. I want to know. I like to know what y'all think. I like to get y'all opinions and everything like that or whatever. Y'all forgive me if y'all see me right here, but motherfuckers be down here with the cameras out and shit, so I ain't, hell nah, nigga. I be peeping everything. That's why I be moving back and forth. This is my little shit right here. Y'all asking me why I got this shit on. Because everybody be filming down here. The next thing you know, somebody take a clip of you and then they'll be like, oh, who the fuck is this blogger? Nah, this is all you're getting. This is what you get right here. Chop that shit up, motherfucker. Motherfuckers had me looking crazy, son. Listen, this bitch was down here arguing with me and Myron Gaines, right, from Fresh and Fit. The bitch went out and argued with a couple other people, pulled the titties out, everything like that. Another bitch was down here jumping in a Mom Wiggins face. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna get some niggas. I was like, shorty, you don't know nobody that will do nothing to nobody. Stop it. You know what I mean? But like some of these chicks, they be violent. What you talking about, son? Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a lap real quick. I'm gonna charge up. You understand? And give me some nourishment real quick. I'm gonna hit a bank real quick. Give me some cash. You know the vibes. I appreciate that. Thank you for the cash app. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Y'all hit up that cash. I appreciate that, man. I'll be moving and shaking. I'm gonna come back with y'all, whatever. I'm gonna read out these last ones right here because I think I deserve that. As soon as this loud ass truck get away from behind me, and we gonna leave it at that. I say this, man. I don't like this talking about the tweets and all that shit and the rehashing the fucking transcripts. Everybody doing that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is unique about it? Like, if you come and listen, if 10 motherfuckers coming downstairs and tell the same story about 10 motherfuckers, and ain't nothing unique by the 10 motherfuckers that's included in telling the same story via 10 motherfuckers, then who do you pick? You understand what I'm saying? That don't even make sense to me. 10 niggas telling the same story. Hey, I just left out the courtroom and my version is more true than this version. No, the fuck it ain't. You heard the same shit that nigga heard. Now, we know the difference when you start adding shit onto it. You start lying, start adding fluff onto it, start adding marinara sauce on the shit. Like, I know what it is, you know what I mean? So that's why for me, you understand what I'm saying? I always make sure that I have one thing in common. I'm doing too much like that. I'm doing way too much. Punch you in your motherfucking mouth, nigga. Anyway, long story short, right? Y'all pour me. I don't like when niggas walk too close to me. You don't have to walk that close to me. Like, that's some weird shit. You know what I mean? I ain't never been willing to walk close to another man if I don't have to. I don't mind if the chicks walk close to me, but not no dudes. You know what I mean? If you don't have to. Ain't that right? No man should be walking that close to another man if they got all the sidewalk. You know, not you, but you know what I'm saying? Facts. Alrighty. I don't dig that shit. Why you want to walk close to another man? This is my thing, man. Everybody walking in the courtroom, they all got the same fucking story. Everybody coming down, giving their dissertations of what they care about, what they know about. One thing that's different from myself and many other people that's down here, none of these motherfuckers have ever been in the music business, and let alone ever been around Puff. Is that fair? You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got no particular hate to none of, well, nah, I take that back. Some of these motherfucking blogs, I really don't like y'all niggas. Like, it ain't nothing violent, nothing like that. Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all niggas, I really don't like y'all niggas. Like, I think y'all niggas perpetuate lies. I think a lot of y'all niggas is corny. I think a lot of y'all niggas is, like, opportunists. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I always be confused by motherfuckers that talk, like, I don't make no mistakes about it. Y'all say I came down here, right? I know who I am. See, that's owning up to your shit. I roll with these niggas for 17 fucking years. If this nigga is guilty or something, it make me look bad too. I'm aware of that. But this is my thing though. When you come out the courtroom, I don't care who the fuck it is, and you start giving these dissertations to these big media outlets, please be weary of what the fuck you saying. Because bitch, soon as you, and I'm talking about mostly the chicks. All right, I've seen a couple dudes, whatever. I kind of, if y'all notice my diatribe, I was one of the only few people, I think I was one of the first people, I don't even know dude. Like, that's how I don't know Amon Wiggins. I never met him. I might not ever meet him, you know what I'm saying? But what I stand for is what's right and wrong. I sat there and watched another video, and I seen a bitch chasing him around and shit. I'm like, yo, that's the same thing that happened to me. And nigga said I was wrong. You understand what I'm saying? That's the same thing that happened to me. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead. Why are you looking at me like you want to fight? I said, walk with your kids. What the fuck is wrong? Anyway, long story short, I was trying not to cuss in front of the kids. He didn't get it. Long story short here, right? When y'all going to sit with these major media outlets, please be aware of something. I don't give a fuck if it's Nancy Grace. I don't give a fuck if it's Dick and Joe. My point is this. As you sitting there with these motherfuckers, please be wary of us that know how the New York market works. Now, have you asked yourself, why the fuck are they particularly just picking the California vloggers? And I ain't shitting on y'all, you understand? But listen what I'm saying. The reason they fucking with y'all, and y'all don't have to believe me, they won't fuck with New York vloggers and have them up on there because they're not going to say the directive of what they want. So they feel like y'all take it and embrace it as an opportunity because many of y'all, that's what's in the deepest of your heart. So you spill yourself out here. What else, Rick? You spill yourself out here and don't even know you're spilling yourself out. You're telling the people, listen, the moment you go on Nancy Grace, the moment you link up with any outlet that's major media, you are telling the people, you're not going on there telling people, yo, let's put an end to SA, let's put an end to this, attacking girls, let's put an end to young girls getting mistreated. If you ain't none of your tenants on your fucking shit, then you chuck. Straight like that. And ain't one bitch I heard yet on any of these interviews, none of these bitches have spoken anything about sexual assault. And if you got one of these hoes talking about sexual assault, chop that shit up, post it up, put me the link. Factory. Cause there ain't none. Every last one of these bitches, all you gotta do is go back and look at the interviews. The whole interview is about them, what they can provide, what salacious material they can say against Puff, blah, 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 blah. So when you're in your Hollywood ambitions, oh my God, this is my first close-up on Nancy Grace, oh my God. And you doing all that shit, bitch, please be wary that motherfuckers is watching you. And they say it to they say, well, hold up. This bitch says she care about the chicks, but she ain't talking about SA on the Nancy Grace. This chick says she care about chicks, but she ain't talking about the chicks on Law and Order. What the fuck did I miss? Huh? Well, bitches is getting cash ass, bitches is paid for enough. Look, some hoes gonna get on the plane and they out. You understand me? Some hoes gonna get on the plane, some niggas gonna get on a bus. This shit gonna be a wrap in a minute. Whatever happened to this nigga happened to this nigga, word of mother. But the fact is, it was money made. You feel me? So don't sit back and say, oh, well, I care about the girls and all this shit. And bitch, you ain't caring about nothing. Bitches, you ain't caring about nothing but seeing your limelight, motherfucker. And you couldn't, a lot of y'all, there's 2 vloggers up there right now on my mama. On my mama. Them niggas, hold on one second, because I want to say this shit clear. You understand? There's 2 niggas up there in that courtroom right now that they don't need Hollywood. They don't need to do interviews with motherfuckers. I'm not even gonna say what their names is. One motherfucker that's up there, the only reason I'm holding him down because the pure simple fact that nigga, he didn't even know I was privy to some shit he had said, and the nigga had taken up on me, you feel me? So he wasn't even privy to I knew what he said, and I was like, yo, that's the real part about it. He wasn't privy to knowing that I said, and he said what he said. He didn't know I went over there to that chick's channel. You understand what I'm saying? So, hold on one second. And at this time, this was this chick, just put y'all up on it. It was this chick from Canada, right? Yo, chick was all funny looking and shit. This bitch built bad. You understand? So shorty was on this bad built bitch. She was This bad built, big back bitch was doing a show every day on my mama. She was doing a show every day talking about Jaguar Wright, right? Like she had been friends with Jaguar Wright or whatever. Now Jaguar Wright done went at me like 6 or 7 times. We done went head to head with each other, whatever. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Huggy, you rotten motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? But the niggas that have dealt with Jaguar, we know how Jaguar is. You understand what I'm saying? So that's not part of the, fuck that part of the conversation. This is the part of the conversation. The bitch started mentioning me when I said something about, yo, how are you talking about somebody? She knew Jaguar Wright for 2 weeks. Same thing. This bitch saw a nooch, she saw a niche, she saw a nuke. So she said, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run a show every day and I'm gonna talk about Jaguar Wright. And even though I don't know nothing about Jaguar Wright, I'm gonna make my crowd believe it. That's the part of the game when it comes to this YouTube shit. A lot of these motherfuckers out here trying to convince you of some shit that just ain't going on. And as time progresses, y'all starting to understand, oh shit, maybe I was fucked up in the Matrix and I didn't realize it. Don't get caught up in glamour, baby. Don't get caught up in glamour. That's from somebody from the music industry. That's what we used to always tell artists. Don't get caught up in the glamour because you're gonna lose your money quick. What's going on? You're gonna lose your money quick, you understand me? So put in perspective this, B. For the girls that are out here at this trial, not for the sake of women, but you're out here at this trial for the sake of lining your motherfucking pockets, fuck you and fuck everybody living in your fucking house. That's how I look at it. Because if it was my sister, let me tell you something. My sister had been sexually assaulted. I had to think about it. Like sometimes you gotta sit back, you know what I mean? You gotta think about things. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. Sometimes you gotta think of things in perspective and retrospect, right? So sometimes I look back at things and I'll be like, yo, you know what? There's a couple variables in this. It's good to do this. Go revisit shit sometimes. You might find out, well, maybe I had something to oblige to or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all know my sentiment. I love the ladies, but y'all rotten bitches, fuck every last one. If you an OnlyFans bitch, fuck you. You a stripper, fuck you. If you sell pussy, fuck you. If you like getting flown out, fuck you. If you go to Dubai to get 50K to get boo-booed on your chest, fuck you. There should be no empathy for you. That's a voluntary choice. You choose to do that shit. Now let's enter in the segue. The linear fashion in all these conversations and the testimony is at some point or another, these girls unilaterally started doing things and invoking on sexual escapades on their fucking own, what said prostitutes. So even if you take Diddy out of the equation, these bitches were still sliding off. Come on, son. Like, at some point or another, it becomes an issue of accountability. Yeah, Diddy was wrong. You shouldn't be beating chicks up in hotel rooms and all that. Yeah. We get that. But what about the bitches? That's what I'm talking about. And nobody's bringing that up. Yeah, if they got assaulted, fuck that. You're wrong. Yeah, if they got sexually abused, trafficked, yeah, you're wrong. But what about them weekends when you was calling up Captain Punisher, Captain Longcock, or whoever the fuck else was there? These niggas is doing interviews now. I done seen the one nigga on the Mount Wiggins show the other night. God bless you, man. You a slick motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for doing that. He got that motherfucker up there, you know what I'm saying? He was talking his shit. Everybody gonna start doing interviews now. So you understand what I'm talking about. This shit ain't about no sexual assault. Nigga, I would never do an interview with a motherfucker I just got off the witness table fucking 2 minutes ago. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't. Would y'all hop on the, yo, let me sit up. Would that be your priority, sitting down doing an interview with a motherfucker? So now you're starting to understand these niggas is doing this for bread, son. Everything's for bread. They're not down here because they care about women. Ladies, they don't give a fuck about you. Trust me, I'm not talking about the men. I'm talking about the women. They don't give a fuck about you. And the quicker you realize that shit, the better off you'll be. These bitches are capitalists. You understand? And how do I know? I used to work for one of the biggest motherfucking capitalists there is, and sitting up here in this fuck. I know what capitalism is. Bitch, I know how to make a buck on something. So you gonna fool them niggas, but you ain't fooling me. I see right through that shit, man. Nobody's hating. I don't give a fuck about your cash apps. And I'm like, nigga, I came down here with my own bread, like I always do. You understand? My point is, why bitches, and I'm not talking about the men, I'm not talking about none of you guys, Y'all exempt from the conversation. That ain't inclusive of LGBTQ guys. No, I'm talking about the women. The women. Where you bitches at on speaking up and advocating? Because I've been listening to y'all hoes for the past 2 weeks. I ain't been down here. I ain't heard name not a bitch hop on camera and say something against sexual abuse. Show me the clip if they did. Go ahead, show me the clip. I'm waiting. Huh? Where are the clips? Where are the sound bites? Where are the language bites about sexual assault? The only thing you hear is a bitch sitting online talking about, yeah, Diddy did it. Oh, it's all over for Diddy now. Oh, God, it's going down. The hype to sell motherfucking cash out, get cash outs, man. You ain't fooling nobody, man. Coming over here with that 1-2 California shuffle, man. Some of y'all, not all y'all. Some of y'all. Some of y'all. Some of y'all. Yep, I said it. Some of y'all. Yep. Niggas is out here acting chuck. And y'all know who it is. That's a funny thing. I ain't even got to say it. Niggas is writing it in the chat room. And I ain't even mentioned that person before. Diddy got you too. Diddy got your mother. And if you out here, fuck you. Whoever wrote that. Don't play with me today. You're going to be quickly surprised. I got a short run, nigga. Anyway, so long story, get that shit out your mind. Hi, any update on the juror? I'm going to let you know in a few minutes. Yeah, don't write shit like that in my chat room, B. I don't know you. I don't know you. We got a thing, that's what I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all need to start highlighting these men that actually are kind of like sicko in the mouth. You ever see some of these guys what they write in my chat room sometimes? Shit'll make you throw the fuck up. You understand? Is that better right there? Y'all like that joke better? I ain't like that shit was too hot for me. What y'all talking about in here? That's what's up. All right, y'all. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna charge up because I'm like at 8% right now. My shit fucked up. I'm gonna give me something to eat. Take a little sabbatical, and then I'm gonna come back over here. Maybe. I don't know. I gotta go to the studio too, so that's another thing. If I gotta go to the studio first, because it's time conscientious, I gotta be there at a certain time, and I gotta go far. Let me make a phone call, see if I could be late. If I could be late, I'm gonna come back here with y'all. If not, I'm going to the studio. Fuck that. You know what I mean? Because I need to get this shit. I've been working on this shit for a year, son. So it's like, yo, it's go time now. Like, we're trying to have this shit out in the summer, have some new flavors and some new sounds or whatever, give y'all some vibes to rock out to or whatever. The project is going beautiful. You know what I mean? Like the way I sound right now, I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all done heard my rap tricks and whatever. Y'all love those, so y'all will really love this. It's like a trap R&B type of deal, but it's like a little bit more. Y'all, when you hear it, you'll understand. Like, if anybody bought my stuff before, like, I appreciate all y'all. Y'all bought my singles and all that shit back then. You know what I mean? You're gonna like this shit now. So we got something rock for you. I got to promo myself a little bit. You know what I mean? Because these niggas don't want me to get no money, son. There's hoes out here online, they never met me a day in their life, talking all kinds of shit about me. You know what I'm saying? I had a bitch the other night talking, oh, that's Demonic Lewis. Demonic Lewis, bitch, fuck you. I like that shit, though. I like a bitch to be scared. A nigga, too. You know what I'm saying? I don't want your fucking friendship. You ain't type motherfuckers I want to be friends with. I like people that are honest. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking about your brand of honesty. People got their own brands of honesty. Like, their brand of honesty is like exposing people's secrets or, you know, oh, guess who they sleeping with or whatever. But mind you, ain't talking about the shit they do. You dig down in the closets of some of these bitches that be online talking, you'll find out these bitches was bending over in public bathrooms at the bar. Bitches was sucking off niggas here and there. You know what I mean? All kinds of crazy shit. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So, like I told you niggas or whatever, it is what it is, whatever. I told you I was gonna tap you on the shoulder, nigga. What's up, B? Nice to meet you. What's up, B?
What's up? I expected you to be up here this entire time.
I was just sitting there telling them about him earlier. Yo, let me tell you, I can take this off. You know what the fuck I Listen, I was sitting up here telling you about him earlier. You remember that chick, Margie, the Black Isle, some bitch like that? Yeah. So this chick, she was out here talking about Jaguar right for 2 weeks. This dude right here, he was interviewing her way before I did, and I came into it somewhere in the segment, we got into it. My point was, I was telling them, I said, the dude didn't even have to defend me or didn't even know, because I heard the phone call when you was talking to her, whatever, you was like, yeah, Davin Lewis is this, that, and other third, whatever, because her and the one from Detroit, they was trying to plant something.
Right,
yeah, you know them too. I won't say the name, you know that.
Yeah.
But this is the dude that did that right there. So I said, yo, just stay off the spot. Yo, don't worry about nothing out here, nigga. Like, trust me. All right, that's what I was trying to tell you.
But we gotta exchange contact. Yeah.
Yeah, because some of these niggas, you know how they, you see how they move, they don't like you. I don't know what it is. They don't like me either.
They jealous, bro.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. And it seemed like every time we start peeking, that's when everybody, I heard the shit with the Mahoho nigga, him coming at you and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What they do is they try to attack me to diminish my brand, and then
Don't want you to get no money. That's what it based
and then
down
when
to.
I respond, they report me for harassment and disable my channel.
So that's what you got. I heard something you said you got reported by him. That's why I paid attention.
So this is what it is, and I'm gonna tell it to you.
Yeah, it's
So
cool.
what it is like, you know, Sherrellsboro.
Oh,
Okay, so
Yeah,
Sherelle,
I
so
had that with her, too.
Sherellsboro and I have
Yeah.
been cool ever since for the past.
I
like
seen
6
you been
months.
over there with her.
She's been
chill.
adamant about saying don't beef with Storm Monroe, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna bring him up. I'm not gonna troll him. Do none of that. No, listen. And then I've always added value to her platform. I've never felt like
That's a fact. I can see
she
that.
added value to my platform.
They're
at all.
older.
Right. So I didn't really expect the whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind the correlation.
Yeah.
And so she called me, and she called me one day and was telling me about Make It Make Sense, which is another creator.
I've seen that. That's a
And she was telling me that she was basically saying that she don't like him and he's a snake and he's been fucking with her behind the scenes or whatever. I don't deal like that.
That's the same thing with me. I don't do a T channel, so I don't get. You'll never see me on. You ever see me on somebody's panel?
No.
There's a reason behind it, because
Right.
I know how they move.
So I don't move like that. I move to the beat of my own drum.
Exactly.
So she was telling me you have to pick sides, and after all of this is over,
Child shit.
all the creators out here are more than likely gonna be beefing with each other, and I need to pick sides.
You don't need to pick nobody's
Right.
fucking side.
And then so Sherelle had already bragged to me about having struck Maggie at a specific time code. So, because she wanted her to know that it was her striking her. So Sherelle and Storm Monroe, they know how to do those things. And Storm Monroe has always wanted Sherelle.
I know he knows how to do it. He's
Right.
done it to Jag a million times.
Right.
Yeah. He took 2 of her channels now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And so what happens is, because they know that trick, and because Storm Monroe don't like me, he's jealous of me. He doesn't want Sherelle to talk to me.
He's jealous of anybody that has a head. This is what I found. Like even with he did a piece on me with Jaguar. I don't know if you ever saw it. Yeah, he clipped it up and everything. Jag was on the chick. I think maybe 2 days before she came in. When she came in, she was in the front or whatever, which I really think. She didn't do it on purpose, but she came here to New York. She was here, I kind of rushed down here, catch her. She had bodyguards with her. These bitches coming by. I don't know what it is. But anyway, she came down here. I think her momentum, son. I swear to God, she kind of edged on. When the niggas saw her down here, all these people weren't here 8 months ago.
Right.
I was here 8 months ago. I was up here to the point of 3 weeks ago. It's a trial now. But what I'm saying is the type of people you got here now. That's what's going into this shit right here. So a lot of these motherfuckers, they don't even care. That's why I was explaining. They don't care about the girls. They don't care about sexual assault. They don't care about none of that shit. They care about how many likes they can get. I mean, and if I'm not at the lead of that story, then I gotta eliminate the people that are. There's not a motherfucker that can argue with me about Bad Boy Entertainment, but I was there 2002. It's like there's no argument.
I gotta go into
Go ahead and do what you do.
past here, so I'm gonna talk to you once.
Yeah, we see you again, huh?
Give me about 5 minutes. I gotta go to the store and come back.
Sound good. I'm right here. I'm glad I talked to that guy, man. I've been supposed to see him anyway. I told you, I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder when I see him, man, because I like Sean. That's one of the 2 dudes, him and the Amon dude. Yeah. We had a history that went back with Jaguar, right, man. That's what that day was or whatever. So I ain't never had no problem with something. We ain't never argued. So me and him right now, it wasn't like it was some hidden shit behind it. That man ain't never said nothing about me. I ain't never said nothing about him. I can rock with niggas like that. You understand what I'm saying? The ones I can't rock with, these niggas be trying to get money just off the back of somebody or some tragedy that happened to them. In this case, the girls. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't with none of that fuck nigga shit. Yeah, that's what's up, man. But yeah, he can validate, and that's why I said, piece of that dude. I didn't want to keep him on the camera too much either, because I said I don't want to be on people's camera, but I had to at least let him speak that piece and talk about that, because it's a lot more into this when it comes to this Jaguar right thing. I mean, not Jaguar right. When it comes to this whole Diddy thing, I was saying Jaguars, they ain't ready to go. So y'all for I'm gonna walk y'all up the block real quick. I'm gonna see son in a minute. I'm just gonna take me a walk. I need something to eat. I'm starving. Y'all make sure y'all hit up that Cash App, man. I'm starving right now, man. I'm trying to give me some, you know what I'm saying, Shamin, you heard. What's up, B? What's up? Yeah, man. Good thing. I be trying to tell y'all be thinking I'll be trying to beef with people and all that shit. I'll be like, I don't be trying to beef with niggas, Sean, but you know what I mean? I be trying to be cool with niggas. You know what I mean? Niggas be wanting to beef with me. Like, yo, shit, I'm just chilling. I'm on my business. Y'all want to rock out with me real quick? We're gonna get something to drink, something to eat. You know what I mean? This nigga gonna get me flagged right here for playing this music. Playing the music loud. What's going on, y'all? Nothing. Walking. Stop. I'm walking to get something to eat right now. So I got this mask on, if y'all wondering, because hold on. Let me see if I got my keys, son. That would be terrible. Make sure I got my fucking keys. Please tell me I got my keys. Yes. Y'all want to see the Bentley joint? That's the Bentley Jeep. Oh shit, I missed it. Let me show y'all what's going on real quick. We about to pop through here real quick. I'm just charging my shit. We're gonna get back to it. Y'all just give me a second, get something to eat real quick. I'm starving right now. If y'all wonder why I got this mask on, it's because, listen, you end up on everybody's camera. Fuck all that. Crazy lady was out here, and I ended up on Myra Gaines' page and a couple other people. Y'all give me a second, I'm just plugging on my phone. So I don't be fucking with people like that. You understand me? I'm still. Y'all give me a second, baby. Y'all give me a second, Step through here.
Pause, you absolutely right.
Oh, my God. You good. Y'all give me a second. I'm just scooting through here. It's like mad people out here right now, so I'm trying to slide over all people. How you doing?
Cameras is always following.
I don't know. All right. Hold on, let me turn this around. All right, y'all still here with me? I'm gonna be fucking with niggas. Yes, well, I'm gonna be fucking with niggas. What's going on? Y'all talk to me, man. Why y'all get all quiet in my chat? Nah, it ain't really that many people out there like it was. Like I told y'all, listen, people got an attention span in America, all right? I do this shit for a living. This is how I make money. So I'm trying to tell you, people, especially in the blog world, not so much in major media as much. Well, I mean, it's like kind of equal. But what I found out being on here, most people, when you have a certain story or you have a certain tale or something like that, it usually dies out after a while. You want to kiss me in my fucking mouth? After a while, it usually dies out. You know, I'm telling this dude sitting there staring me in my face like you want to kiss me in the fucking mouth. Like, you know what the fuck? Nah, it ain't nothing new at all, man. Hold on, let me take this hot ass scarf off. This shit is new. This shit hot as fuck right here. Woo, hold on one second, y'all. I think I'm gonna just get a regular mask. This shit too hot. I had to wear this mask, man, because everybody down there got a camera, and I don't want to be on everybody's camera. Fuck all that. Niggas be chopping shit up any way they want to. I be like, nah, I'm not trying to be on your live, bro. I don't know your podcast. I got tens of thousands of people. I don't need your flow. I don't need none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. For real. They be thinking, like, I ain't even really need that for the knot, but I was natural with me because I never met Son before, and I thought Son was cool. So I can now say I know in person the knot, for the most part, what he showed to me, he cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never going, you know what I mean, get up on here and say something funny about the nigga. You know what I mean? Cool. I like him. So we see what happens. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm trying to get across the street before I get hit by a cop. Hold on one second, y'all. Let's see you, man. How you doing? Y'all give me a second. He said this isn't anything new. I mean, actually it is. I'm still learning. Like, the court reporting thing is totally different from the other stuff that I usually do. The stuff that I usually do, it really don't, like, I know what it is because I have a story. I roll with the story, talk about the story, you know what I'm saying? But with the court reporting thing, it's different because shit could change up at any time. Like yesterday, they thought they was gonna file for a mistrial. You see what I'm saying? So shit could change up at any time. Harvey Weinstein, he got a mistrial. Shit could change up at any time. So that's the part I think you have to be prepared for. When you're doing the court reporting shit, you gotta be prepared for shit changing up all the time. So that's the one thing I've learned out of it versus doing like regular vlogs and shit like that. Regular vlogs is easy. I get up, talk about the shit, throw some humor like I do. That's it. Y'all want me to go back down there later or what? I think I am anyway, because I want everybody to see me down there, but this isn't anything new for you. Y'all ain't got nothing to say. I'm just gonna sit here and wingle. All right, well, y'all ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thank y'all to the people that donated. I'm about to use that to give me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want me to be back with y'all, leave some comments or something like that. I'll come back live. I don't see no action or nobody involved, because niggas was like, yo, when you go back to the trial? All right, I'm down at the trial. When y'all gonna start donating? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you some real shit, and y'all just don't want to hear it that way. Y'all want to hear it the way y'all want to hear it. So it is what it is. But I said this time I'm gonna throw a little twist, do it a little bit different. So listen, I'm gonna give me something to eat, give me something to drink, get myself refreshed, and I'll be back with y'all in a little bit. Peace.